Hello, hello. I hope I am. I hope my voice is more clearly audible in the stream because I've been looking at my back at my VODs and man, I just don't know how it keeps happening, but apparently my voice keeps getting I don't know, overpowered by the game's audio. So I made some slight tweaks to the settings, and hopefully my voice is more clear now, which is really difficult to think that it's not getting any more clear than it is now because I literally have the mic really close to my face, so it should not be an issue, but apparently it still kind of is. Maybe it's because of the noise filter or something in the audio mixer of the stream of OBS. Well, nonetheless, let's get going. To the next chapter. Chapter 4, Requiem of the Abyssal Plunge. What's wrong? Oh. Oh no, it's a guy. Okay. Oh.
刚才那个难道是枪声？
枪？怎么可能？
那个方向是被告休息室，还有人在里面啊！
Uh-oh.
好了，我这里有手电，那边那个小丫头。
哎，在说我吗？
赶紧跟我过去。
是。
December 22nd, 8:15 a.m. District Court Evidence Room. Oh, I'm playing Charlie Drake again. Yes. All right. Not playing a female character this time. Cause oh my god, just constantly playing a female voice is gonna be the death of me. Cause jeez, I almost passed out at times when I was just getting female voice overload. Well, I dozed off again. When I'm not working on a case, this evidence room is like my resort. It's hard to believe that it's been 5 years already. These years I've been hustling day in, day out, but got little in turn. But it's still not the time to give up. I don't want to be called a greenhorn again by that guy. Since the last case, Luna's made some progress, and even Annie is starting to help out. I'll leave the office to them these days. It'll be fine, right? November 9th, 9:30 a.m. Drinking Thomas Co. A week ago, the backyard of the local Criminal Investigation Bureau experienced an explosion from identified armed militants. Sources reveal that this assault resulted in the loss or destruction of many crucial pieces of evidence in the evidence room. At the time of our report, the police have yet to uncover any leads regarding the suspects. The reporter has reached out to a senior police officer after a short break. We'll present you with an exclusive interview. What? These criminals even dare to mess with the Criminal Investigation Bureau? Those lunatics are getting crazy. Are they competing for a most audacious criminal award? Chief's gone to the courthouse to organize documents, and Annie hasn't come. So boring. Fine, let me dig out all the snacks for today. Once Annie's here, we can join them with tea. Whoops, my phone's out of battery. Let me charge it and turn it on. A text message?
Sis Luna, I need a day off today due to some personal matters. Sorry for not coming today. It all counts on you today. I'll brew you some nice tea for you tomorrow.
What? Even Annie's not coming? This message was sent before 8 o'clock. She woke up so early. So I have to stay in office all day alone and without tea. I really want to draw a sad face on my desk with ketchup. Snacks suddenly became unattractive. Someone's coming. Did Chief come back in advance? Or maybe Annie suddenly decided not to take the day off? Hold it! They're coming! Oh, it's you again from the first case. Oh, wow!
Plum? Luna's office. It's so fancy. How many notorious gangsters have sat on this couch? How many professional assassins have passed by this desk? Wow! What a magical place haunted by countless restless souls! How did restless souls end up here? Hey, Plum, listen. Make sure I get acquainted tomorrow, or else this nuke will land right on your office. Wow, this place sparks my creativity. Plum, stop! Huh? Luna, so you're here? Or who would have opened the door for you? I thought it was an automatic door. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody tell me what this is all about. Plum, what brings you here? To scoop out some juicy stories? Huh? I haven't told you? No. You better have told me by now. Oops, don't bite my head off. It's not a big deal. Actually, I came here to watch TV. Watch TV? Yep, I forgot to pay my internet bill. So when I checked my phone this morning, it's already switched to 5G. Mr. 5 finally abandoned me. What's funny about that? Anyway, there must be... no. Oh, wait. Anyway, there's a... oh. Anyway, there's a must not miss livestream this morning, so I came here. Is my office the only choice? So, what's this so-called must not miss livestream? Some big sale from a live streaming host? No way, I'm not into buying chunks. What I want to watch is this. It's an entertainment magazine. Entertainment Today, Nabuki. Power and Style Bareheaded brick breaking challenge accepted. The Amnesiac Girl's Many Worries. Did I even wear this outfit yesterday? From gymnast champion to popular idol, getting famous is easier than a somersault. From cop to kitchen queen, the journey of a new age homemaker. Okay. Bingo! It's Entertainment Today. Everyone into detective fiction knows it. What does that have to do with detective fiction anyway? The titles on the cover seem familiar to me. Maybe it's just an illusion. I think I've seen this person on TV before. Is she a dancer? Wow, seriously? You don't know the famous Nabuki? Weird name. Is she a foreigner? You're way off. Let me fill you in. Not really interested, but I'll ask anyway. So who's this Nabuki you're so excited about? Nabuki's the latest sensation in the showbiz. She is Mongolian, growing up on the grassland, and she won a talent show with her exceptional singing and dancing skills. So she is a Mongolian. I thought she was a foreigner. People say just watching her fills them with energy. Are you sure she's a singer? Not a burglar? Not a bugler? Not a bugler in the military band. I don't know what a bugler is, but okay. Don't interrupt me. I'm not done yet. Alright, go on. So what's her deal with you? A big deal. She's the star of my next detective novel. Just as expected. The story begins with the emotional antagonist of a top female star. In her midst, does profound warmth abide or calculated malice await? The facade of gentleness suddenly sharpened into the deadliest weapon, plunged into her chest. Wow, this sound is awesome. So she will be the victim? So you're planning to use Nabuki's show for material? Yep. The magazine says there's a special interview live stream this morning. My Wi-Fi's dead, so I'm coming to you, my little Luna. Give me a break. Don't sweet talk me just for favors. Anyway, you'll join me for the show, right? Join you? Of course, as a lawyer, you'll uncover some real gems. As a lawyer, why would I do such kind of thing? I don't care. Just take this and give it a good read. Do. Anyway, she totally ignored what I said and just handed me this. Fine. I got nothing else to do today. Might as well indulge her for a bit.
Okay, among all fruits, only lemon holds any remembrance. Selling mooncakes on New Year's Eve. College students' entrepreneurial breakthrough. Okay. By the way, it's been a long time. How's everything going?
Same old, same old.
What's with the same old? After the haunted house case, you said you were going to write a book. So how's it?
Oh, I heard that it's selling well nationwide. Probably back on the bestseller list last month.
Wow, that's impressive. Why aren't you excited at all?
I only enjoy the creative process. Whether it sells well or not, I don't care.
That's unusual for a writer. I'm a bit curious. Which book was on the bestseller list last month?
Ha! The book got a story.
Why do I have a bad feeling?
It's called Genius Prosecutor. The main character is a justice-driven prosecutor who constantly solves cases and engages in a battle of wits with his arch enemy, the unscrupulous lawyer Luna.
Huh? You actually wrote what you mentioned last time.
And I really ended up as the villain. Of course, I am not a procrastinating writer.
Oops, it's my debut in front of the national readers.
Luna, what's wrong? Why are you having a gloomy face?
You even need to ask? Of course it's because...
Got it! I just came up with another brilliant sentence.
Huh?
At the moment of the truth was revealed, Luna finally lowered her head, unleashing...
Oh, shit, I pushed spacebar on accident.
Unleashing a vicious wolf glare. Wow, this sentence is amazing. I decided to include it in Genius Prosecutor 2.
That's a sequel?
And I'm still the villain? Wow, I've been chatting for so long and the show's almost starting. Is this the remote control? Luna, I'm gonna turn on the TV.
Fine.
Live news channel. Here it is. Huh? Seems like we're a few minutes early. They're still airing legal news.
Next is an interview of Tessa Sanford, Deputy Director of the local Criminal Investigation Bureau and head of the task force.
Ah, they're interviewing Detective Sanford. You know her?
Yeah, sort of. What voice do I give you? Hello, Detective Sanford.
Get to the point. I'm busy.
Rumors said that the attack on the evidence room was done by international criminal organization Sky Shield. What do you think?
Huh, you asked this question last week, didn't you?
Regardless of the case's connection to the Sky Shield, how could the police share progress on such a significant matter with you? Sorry, but, were you implying the possibility of Sky Shield's involvement just now?
Oh, you got quite the imagination. Are all your big stories cooked up like this?
What? No, not at all.
Alright, step aside now. I have to go over there to work. Have a good day.
Oh, wait, Miss Sanford? Detective Sanford? Deputy Director Sanford? Wait! Apologies. We've had a bit of a hiccup at the interview, so we're bringing you some breaking news instead.
Your acquaintance has quite the personality. I like it.
It's not easy for the journalist. This morning in our city's outskirts, a bizarre murder took place at the Foxtail Mine Park. Police received a report from a witness, leading them to discover a body in a mine about 150 meters deep. It's been confirmed that the victim is a male around 70 years old, with a knife wound on his back. Currently, the police have made an emergency arrest of the suspect.
A 70-year-old man dead in a 150-meter deep mine. What on earth is that?
The suspect's surname Lemon, female, 17 years old, with no fixed occupation.
Huh? Lemon? 17 years old? Wow, that's quite an uncommon surname.
Oh shit, it's... oh no. The suspect claims to have worked as a temporary assistant at a private law office called Drake and Thomas Co. What could possibly lead a young girl who should be in school to embark on this path?
What? Huh? What's wrong? Is this another acquaintance of yours? It's Annie. It must be Annie. How could this happen? There must be something wrong. How could she commit murder? Hold on, Luna. Calm down. Sorry, I forgot you were here. The news said that the girl is from this office? Is she the girl that we had dinner with recently? Yes, it's her. She's been working as an assistant at the office recently. Annie's the most innocent and kind-hearted girl I've ever met. The police must have made a mistake, right? I know you're worried, but don't pull on my pigtails. Anyway, being worried won't help. Did the girl bring her phone with her? Huh? She texted me not long ago, so she should have it with her. Wow! Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and call her now! Yeah, you're right. With anxiety, I called Annie, but all I got was the endless ring of waiting. Even when I tried a landline, all I heard was... Sorry, but the person you are trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please try again later. Luna, why do you look so sad? No, I'm just really worried. I can't get in touch with Annie. I have to find her. Don't panic. If you want to find her, it's simple. Huh? Just now on TV they said the girl was arrested by the police. The police? Yep, I'm not sure how it works in reality, but in novels, freshly arrested suspects are usually held in a detention center, right? Huh? Right. Plum, thanks a lot. My pleasure. Hurry up and get dressed. Let's go together. Huh? Are you coming too? But what about your TV show? Forget about it. More hands make light work, right? Plum. Besides, I can collect more material in the detention center. I wonder if she's joking or not. Alright, let's seize this rare opportunity to visit our little assistant and collect some material. Hurry up! Alright.
December 22nd, 10:48 a.m. Detention Center.
Despite the slim chance, as I entered the detention center, I still hoped that the person mentioned on TV was an Annie. But this hope was quickly dashed by the scene in front of me.
红叶，果然是你啊！
冬雪姐姐，你来了呢。
My mind suddenly went blank. I'm not sure what to say.
小冬雪，别傻愣着呀！
抱歉，红叶，你还好吧？
红叶，
Her expression doesn't look fine. What has she been through?
在阴冷的看守所中，冰冷刺骨的沉默围绕着曾经亲如姐妹的两人。这个句子好像并不怎么样呢。这位是小梅姐姐吗？
是我啦，你叫红叶对吧？小梅，我带了几本小说来，一会儿让警卫给你送进去。
是吗？谢谢姐姐。
你要记住，小冬雪可是超级厉害的大律师，她以前还救过我一次。只要有她在，任何困难都不在话下。
Yeah, right now, when Annie needs most is our comfort. How can I look discouraged in front of Annie?
红叶，别担心，无论发生了什么事，我们都会帮你解决的。能不能先和我说说，警察到底为什么要把你带到这里？
谢谢你们。红叶也很想帮忙，只是现在，红叶的记忆好像出现了一些问题呢。发生过的好多事，红叶都说不上来。
Her memory goes wrong? Annie, I know you must be very scared, but I need your help now. Can you tell me what happened this morning?
Grandpa!
Grandpa? You mean the chief of the Lemon Village? What happened to him?
This morning, the police found his body at the bottom of the mine.
What? The 70-year-old man mentioned in the news was actually the chief of Lemon Village? Wait, it doesn't make sense. He always stayed in the village, didn't he? And he was in such poor health. Why would he suddenly go to the mine?
I don't know, but Grandpa did go there.
Wow, seriously? This girl is being accused of killing her own grandfather? This is impossible. Annie is innocent. How could she ever murder someone, let alone her own grandfather? Luna, calm down. The guard over there is watching you. Sorry. Stay calm, Luna. Think it over. The police wouldn't just arrest someone without evidence. There must be some misunderstanding, right? Annie, don't worry. I'll figure out everything and get you out of here.
Thank you, Sis Luna.
And I'll absolutely find the real culprit who killed the village chief.
Alright.
Before that, can you tell me why the police brought you here?
I will try. The police officer who brought me here was a bit stern but very kind-hearted. After a few words, he kept comforting me, saying I might have to stay here for a while.
So the detective bringing you here isn't anyone we know. Well, did they mention why they arrested you?
Well, it seems someone at the scene saw what I was doing.
You mean there was an eyewitness?
Yes. The police officers told me the person who called the police saw me committing the crime.
What? That eyewitness must have been mistaken, right? My novels often have various kinds of visual illusions. For example, maybe they saw your twin sister instead?
I'm an only child.
I was just kidding to cheer you up. Don't take it seriously. So, who is this eyewitness?
I have no idea. I just heard there was a man who saw everything firsthand. My clothes and hands were covered in blood at the time. As for the rest, I can't remember anything else.
I see. We have enough information for now. Don't push yourself to remember more.
But my memories are important, right? I'll try my best to recall more.
Don't. I hate seeing you in such pain. Leave this matter to me. I've already drafted the defense attorney's authorization before coming.
Authorization?
Yes, sign it and I'll be your defense lawyer. I'll do everything to protect you.
I understand. Thank you, Sis Luna. I'll do my best.
Annie, you just mentioned you're having memory problems.
Yes, I can't remember most things that happened this morning.
Don't worry, we can go over again. For example, this morning you texted me to ask for a day off. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
And you took the day off to go to the Foxtail Mine Park, right?
I guess so.
Then why did you go there?
I don't know. I can't remember most things that happened this morning.
Oh, could it be like selective amnesia due to the shock of reality?
The police officers mentioned something similar when they were taking my statement. But there are some people who don't believe that.
Annie may have witnessed a murder, and the victim was her beloved grandfather. Your enormous fear and sadness could indeed cause temporary amnesia in such an innocent girl. Annie, don't worry. Even the smallest clues you remember could be helpful.
Okay, but I have no impression of what happened. Just feeling groggy. I only remember being stopped by many police officers at the bus station and then brought here.
Such information can't help at all.
I'm really sorry I can't help this time.
Hey, young lady, your time's up. Time to head back.
Sorry. I have to leave for now.
It's okay. They won't give you a hard time to an underage girl here. Take care of yourself. I need to look at the crime scene for the rest of the day. I'll be back to check on you by evening.
Don't worry, Sis Luna. I can handle it myself. I never thought I'd cause you so much trouble. If I get out of here, I'll make some great tea for both of you.
This morning really is a nightmare. Chief is still at the courthouse organizing evidence. There's no signal there, so I can't reach him. It seems that I'm the one who has to handle this.
Luna, what are you zoning out for? Let's get going.
Huh? Oh, okay. Huh? We? Where are we going?
Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? We're heading to the crime scene to collect material. No, I mean clues.
You already exposed your attention. I didn't mean to involve Plum, but as a detective novelist, she might be helpful during the investigation?
Well, the officers aren't on the line, but there's one truth. Two detectives cross paths with a confident gesture, and the true culprit who framed the innocent girl will be revealed and perish in blood. How's this sentence?
First half is okay, but let's skip the perish in blood part. Alright, our time for investigation's running out. Since we can't get any info from Annie, let's rush to the scene and see what we can find out. The crime scene is called Foxtail Mine Park, right? Let's take a taxi there right away.
No prob. Foxtail Mine Park? Here we are to uncover the murder scene.
No need to be so excited. December. Oh, I missed that. Hold on a minute. Just need to. Okay, hold on. Need to adjust some things real quick. Okay.
Wow, so this is the mine park. It looks quite beautiful, doesn't it?
Indeed. If it weren't for urgent matters, it would be a nice stroll. It would be nice to stroll around here.
But where's the mine? Is there really a mine here?
I don't think so. It seems like a park. There's no sign of any mine.
Could we have come to the wrong place?
No, I can see a few police officers moving around in the distance. It should be the crime scene, but the police officers are fewer than expected.
哎呀，这位小姐倒是挺有眼力劲儿的啊！
Are you talking about me?
当然，还能有谁啊？这会儿这边的警察确实不多，因为剩下的人都去地下了。
Okay, so new detective character. So wait, so the first one. Well, I guess we didn't really have much of a detective character. Actually, no, we had detectives. Okay. Did we have Detective Spark in the first case? I know we had him in the second case, and then the third case we have Sanford. And in this case, well, we're about to learn this guy's name, but I'm guessing it has something to do with Sparrow. I think that's a sparrow anyway. Yeah. I'm not really sure what kind of voice to give him, but we'll see.
地下，
先别管那些了，你看啊，这个矿坑公园可是我一手整办起来的，可漂亮了，是吧？
很漂亮倒是没错了。哎，一手整办，莫非您就是这个矿坑
Oh, that's not a
公园的拥有
detective.
者吗？
That's the owner of the
没错
park.
我呢，就是这个地方的老板，郑大钱。
Cash McCon. Cash McCon. It sounds so familiar.
啊，我想起来了，您就是新闻里报道过的身价数十亿的青年企业家郑大钱先生。
过奖过奖过奖，就是我啦。
Wow, the park is so much fun. The scenery is beautiful and there's a super rich boss. I decided to set the crime scene of my next novel in this park. What about your genius prosecutor too then?
Novel? Crime scene? What are you talking about? Oh, got it. You're here for the crime scene, huh?
Impressive judgment, Mr. McCon. Since you're already aware of the situation, it spares me to explain. I'm Luna Ray, a lawyer, and this is, Plum Swift, a famous detective novelist.
Ah, a lawyer and a writer. No wonder you two come off as real brainiacs.
Ahem. Anyway, may I ask you a few questions about the case?
Sure, shoot. I'll spill all the beans I got.
Thank you so much. Feels like this billionaire's personality is a bit different from what I imagined. Mr. McCon, did you purchase and renovate this park?
You got it. Despite juggling a bunch of other gigs, this park here is one of my top dogs. Can you believe it? Snagged that mine for only a couple of millions. It's all because of my years of sharp judgment that I stumbled upon this gem.
I never met anyone who uses only to match a couple of millions. So your career has been quite successful. It is really admirable.
Ah, that ain't nothing. Just your average Joe. A rough around the edges kind of guy. Back then, I didn't even finish school before diving into the real world. Everywhere I went, people just gave me the stink eye. I busted my ass for years just to get into this tiny bit of success. Ain't nothing to write home about, honestly.
You made me feel like such a loser.
But if you ask about my greatest success, it's definitely marrying a good wife.
Huh? Your wife must be a very outstanding woman, right?
Absolutely. My wife's got brains, good heart, and she's a looker too. Unlike me, she's amazing both at home and at work. Oh man, words can't even describe how amazing she is. If you met her, you'd see what I mean. It's a blessing from heaven that I married her.
Got it. Such a perfect lady. So it must be, for a fortune of millions, a diamond is stuck in the rough. Ah! After your introduction, I really want to meet this excellent lady.
You got it. I'll hook you up with her when I can.
Hey! Why did you break my thought? Better than Mr. McCon breaking your legs. Looks like this guy's not only successful in business, but...
I bit my tongue.
Looks like this guy's not only successful in business, but also happy in family life. Seeing how proud he is, I'm kind of curious about Mrs. McCon. Oh right, Mr. McCon. Is this place called Foxtail Mine Park?
Yeah? What?
So is it a mine or a park?
Well, listen. Here's the story. This place used to be a lode. I bought it 5 years ago and flipped it into a park. But here's the kicker. Part of the mine is still running, so it's like a park meets mine situation.
That's quite a strange combination.
A ton of places are jumping on that bandwagon these days. They call it combo marketing or whatever. I don't really get the fuss.
So is the crime scene located in the park area or in the mine area?
You mean the murder? It's in the abandoned area of the mine floor. Do you really want to go there? Someone got killed there.
That's okay. Investigating crime scenes is part of my job. I've seen many of them before. Wow, here we are, the crime scene. Already excited just to think about it.
Huh? You two are something. Is that how modern gals do things these days? Thank the stars. My wife ain't into that jazz. She's oh fuck! I skipped it on accident. Ah, god damn it. Me and my trigger finger. Wouldn't last a minute in that scene. She's a delicate flower. Wouldn't last a minute in that scene.
Does he mean we're too tough? By the way, Mr. McCon, how much do you know about the case?
Well, even though it all went down in my neck of the woods, I didn't know squat about the killer or the victim. Sorry, I can't really help you on that one.
Plum stole the spotlight. This question needs a proper response. I have to ask for more. Mr. McCon, you claim not knowing anyone related to the case, but the incident happened in your park, so you must have known something, right?
Well, I ain't got much on that. Why not fire away with your questions and I'll give it a shot.
Can you tell us about your experiences this morning?
Oh, no problem. Here's the deal. I headed up the park's duty room this morning, felt sleepy after breakfast, so I crashed there for a bit. Then my wife popped in to see me, woke me up. After that, I was gonna check out the mine. But the moment I stepped out of the duty room, I had a bunch of cop cars rolling in, sirens blaring like crazy.
Did you know something that had happened in the park at that time?
How could I have known? I was totally thrown off. You gotta get it. I've been running a clean operation for half my life. I never saw anything like that. Later I asked the cops and found out someone discovered an old man's body in my mine.
Someone? So you weren't the one who found the body?
Believe it or not, it wasn't me. When the cops showed up, I hadn't even made it down to the mine yet. I heard it was some visitor who called the cops, but I'm clueless about who that might be.
If so, it's difficult to find the eyewitness.
I heard the old man got stabbed in the back. There's still a bunch of cops poking around down there. Luckily, it's a closure day today, so letting them do their thing won't mess with the mining operations.
Do you know why the old man would go down the mine?
Well, beats me. Today's a closure day, but the mine view area of the park is still open. As long as folks buy tickets, they can come in whenever they want. I can't stop them, right?
That's true. Why did the village chief come to this place so early in the morning? I better go down to the mine later to check out the scene.
Alright, got all your questions in. I gotta catch another snooze in the duty room.
Ah, yes. No further questions now. Thank you. By the way, you'd like to speak with the detective in charge of the scene. Do you know where the police leader is?
You mean the top cop? Just keep walking down the road and you'll reach the transport area of the park. There's a woman over there bustling around. She may be the one you're looking for.
Oh, I see. A woman bustling around. Could it be the one I'm thinking of?
Well, I'm going now. You do stay safe.
Hey, we don't want safety. The more dangerous the crime scene is, the more interesting. Could you really show us a little concern? The transport area sounds like a must-pass route to the mine. I should head over there.
December 22nd, 11:29 a.m. Foxdale. Yeah, okay.
This should be the transport area that leads to the mine. That transparent building over there is probably the entrance to the mine. The moment you step in the entrance to the underground, it becomes the gateway to hell. Wow, what do you think of the sentence? I suddenly don't want to go in there anymore. Hey, you're finally here. Detective Sanford, it's really you. Wow, Luna, isn't she the person on TV this morning? Huh? Who's this silly looking middle school student? I'm not a middle school student. Never mind, sweetie. I'm just gonna settle the score with you. Settle the score? What? I got up early today, and I'm really busy here. And now you're really giving me a hard time. How come your little assistant suddenly became a murder suspect, Huh? I'm the one who should ask you about that. How come you suddenly arrest Annie? Huh, so you don't even know about it. I just took on this case, and my mind is indeed in a mess right now. I see. So you didn't send her to make trouble for me. Who would do that? By the way, Detective Sanford, so you're in charge of Annie's case? Ha! Even if that's the case, I really don't want to get involved. You won't believe Annie would commit murder, will you? Hey, relax, sweetie. When I heard the news this morning, I was shocked too. At first I thought there must have been a mistake, so I double-checked the evidence and testimonies. And then your assistant is still locked up at the detention center, so you should understand what happened, right? If you personally double-checked all things yet didn't release her, the evidence is heavily against Annie, right? More than heavily against. Almost every evidence leads to the conclusion that she's the killer. Every evidence? Luna, does this mean Annie really... Impossible. Even if there are 10,000 pieces of evidence, I still believe she's innocent. Well, if so, you better prepare yourself. I definitely will. I have already got the authorization, so I'm now relevant. Could you tell us the basic details of the case? You're really impatient, sweetie. It won't make any difference anyway, so go ahead and ask. Detective Sanford, could you tell me about the reporting and the arresting of the case? That's simple. This morning, headquarters suddenly received a report. Someone claimed to have seen a girl killing an old man at this park. Coincidentally, I was leading my team to investigate here, so I ended up taking on the case as well. Wow, coincidentally? So you were here before receiving the reporting? Of course. Do you think I come all the way here just for this little case? Huh? She didn't come here for the case at the beginning? Then what is her original intention for coming here? Don't interrupt me, let me finish. When we went down the mine, we found the victim's body, and the scene was basically consistent with the witness's description. Is the victim indeed the chief of Lemon Village? Ha! You even know the victim! Not really. I just happened to have a brief encounter with him during a previous case. The victim's identity has been verified by the police, and indeed, he's Graham Lemon, the chief of the Lemon Village. His name is Graham Lemon? It's the first time I've heard of it. Maybe I should ask about the specifics of the victim's body when we're alone later. Also, where exactly was the victim's body found? It was in the abandoned area of the mine floor. Abandoned area? Don't tell me you don't even have the map of the mine. Well, actually I don't. Ha! Yet you dare to say that you're investigating. Everything happened so suddenly, and we had just arrived. Fine, I have a spare map here. Take it. As you can see, the place where the body was found is here. Wow, so the rugged areas... Oh, wow, the rugged edges of this area line really give off a sense of being in a mine.
Okay, so ore buckets, coal transport shaft, abandoned area, body discovery site, working section, mine view zone. Okay. So there's an abandoned area and there's a working section. Okay. The mine floor is roughly divided into 3 areas. The mine view zone, the working section, and the abandoned area. And the body was found in this abandoned area. I see. Take this map. It's my gift for you, sweetie. Thank you so much. What about paying me back by letting me pinch this little girl next to you? Huh? Me? Huh? Sure, pinch as you like. What? Your cooperation really makes me lose interest. What a pity that I lose the chance to watch a good show. If the crime scene is in the abandoned area, why did the village chief go there? Detective Sanford, do you have the autopsy report now? Not yet, but the method of the murder is straightforward, so we have the basic report now. Straightforward?
Yes, the victim was stabbed from behind with a short knife and died immediately. Apart from that, there were no other wounds, nor any signs of struggle. Here's the basic autopsy report. There's nothing to hide, so take it as you want.
Cannot be determined due to the abnormal temperature and humidity underground. Okay, so because it's kind of cold down there, I'm guessing. And is there a high humidity down there? Probably. Actually, no, if it's abnormal, it'll probably be hot down there. Cause a stab at the back. Almost immediate death. No other injuries.
No struggle. Died immediately. Sounds like a top-level assassination. If so, then Annie is less likely to be the killer, right? She can't even handle cutting ribs. I never managing to kill someone with a single stab. I understand your desire to prove her innocence, but your conclusion is too hasty. The victim didn't struggle, so it's possible he was assassinated. Or perhaps he was ambushed when he was on guard. Thinking in this way makes Annie the worst possible suspect, because she's the victim's granddaughter. No way. Before she left the village, Annie was always dedicated to taking care of the village chief. How could she?
Hey, Cantler, how's it going? Been a while since you popped into chat. Though granted, I was kind of held off from streaming for a bit. Because of other circumstances.
Emotional statements like this won't do you any favors in the face of solid evidence. As much as I hate to admit it, Detective Sanford is right. What we need now is calm thinking if I want to prove Annie's innocence.
It has been a wild past couple of weeks. Oh damn, what happened? Also, are you okay, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm guessing, something did... You may be getting kicked out 1st of January? Wait, what? From your workplace?
Detective Sanford, what do you mean by solid evidence? Oh, so you're even asking about that now. You're really pushing your luck.
Yeah, parents not in the best spot. Oh, yikes.
I spoke without thinking. Let me ask you first. Before coming here, you must have visited her in the detention center, right? Did she say anything? Yes, I did, but she looked very traumatized. It's likely that she won't be able to provide any information for a while.
Yikes. Well, hopefully you can get out of that situation, man.
She doesn't recover from amnesia. She still doesn't recover from amnesia. She can't even defend herself, which only puts you in a more disadvantaged situation. There's nothing we can do. After all, Annie is already in that state. I can't force her to recall it. Consider this a generous reminder from me, then. The eyewitness claims to have seen the moment when your little assistant stabbing the victim with a knife. So, it's true. When my team arrested her at the bus station, the blood on her hands and clothes was even still wet. What? With this kind of evidence, even if I'm acquainted with you, I can't turn a blind eye. Indeed.
Me too, man. I'm in the midst of trying to find an apartment that's not too pricey, but LA's market is hella shit. Yikes. Yeah, New Zealand's real estate market is also not too great right now. house prices be crazy. But I mean, yeah, New Zealand's trying its best to counteract it with, like, for example, first-time home loan buyers deals at banks, so they would have better rates and such. And not to mention, there's been new home projects set up to help the market and to help people get the specific homes they want, because even the disabled people in New Zealand are having trouble trying to get proper accommodations. Like, there was this one disabled guy who had to, like, move around on his hands and knees in his apartment because his wheelchair is too big for the small space of the apartment he's in, which is oof, nasty. And yeah, then he ended up leaving like marks in the door frame from from a tight squeeze that his electronic wheelchair was making, because it kept like brushing off the sides of the door frame, which is, yeah, not that great. Yeah. So yeah, the housing associations working pretty hard, or at least I think they are, at trying to rectify that situation. Indeed. If the suspect were someone else, I might think they're the murderer. So, the situation is extremely terrible for you now. Even if the prosecution just assigns a lamppost as a prosecutor, the hope of proving your innocence is slim. What should I do? Pinch. Ah! It hurts! What are you doing? I don't want to see you so serious, so I helped you relax your muscles. What? For one bed, one bath? 2,800 monthly! Oh my god. Yeesh. That's quite a lot for monthly rent. And this is in US dollars, so it's even more than New Zealand dollars. Nothing. No matter what, you're still just a little kid. Getting all flustered over something like this. Instead of wasting time here with furrowed brows, it's better to do something useful as soon as possible, isn't it? And that's partially decent, and that's not hood-based. Oh, man. Yeah, no time to waste. Detective Sanford reminded me again. Okay, before sunset, I must find some flaws and make the police's evidence crumble like a house of cards. Hey, I'm still here. Whoops, I'm sorry. Alright, I've given you enough information. You should be satisfied now. Yes, thank you. I really don't know how to repay your kindness. Come on, spare me the flattery. You can investigate on your own now. I've got work to do. Huh? But I still have more questions to ask. Huh, she's gone already. Wow, this acquaintance of yours is really cool. Yeah. You can investigate on your own now. I've got work to do. Such a cool line. I can put it straight into my novel. Then she will really feel flattered by that. Anyway, if we want to investigate the crime scene, staying here won't help. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Check. Okay. Anyway, if you want to investigate the crime scene, staying here won't help. Let's figure out how to go underground first.
Wow, there's a notice here. What does it say? Is it a notice of murder?
What's a notice of murder? Let me see. It only mentions the operating hours of the cage.
Oh, wow, so it's a timetable for the bus to hell. Can't stop thinking about things like hell and death.
Operating hours 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Round trips every 30 minutes, taking 30 seconds for a one-way journey. I see. It seems the cage isn't something you can just use whenever you want. Round trips every 30 minutes.
Ah, does that mean it just left?
Uh-oh, we'll have to visit for almost half an hour before we can go down.
The chains of death seem to entangle your neck, gradually tightening with movement of the chains. What about using this sentence to describe the cage?
I don't want to use it anymore. This should be the entrance to the underground, but why isn't there any response after I press the button?
You think this is just a regular lift? No, this gate belongs to the abyss of death. The piercing sound from the lift is like the mourning howls from the souls of the ferry across the river Styx. What a perfect sentence.
Maybe you can go down first.
Don't worry, Luna. There won't be any accidents like the cable suddenly breaking.
You haven't thought about how the accident would happen?
Take it easy. From my observation, the cage is spacious, so it must have a high weight-bearing capacity. Even if we step a few more Lunas inside, it definitely won't collapse. Don't use me for comparison. But there's indeed no response from the pressing the button.
I told you from the beginning.
Could it be broken? Mr. McConnell is so wealthy. Would he even allow the cage to break? Is it possible? Is it?
If it's broken, how did Annie and the village sheep go underground? Let's see if there's any instructions or something on the surroundings. Yeah, we've already seen that.
Wow, look, there's some sand. Oh wow, look, there's some sand table models inside the office building. Huh? There's a strange machine in there. Stop pressing your face against the window.
Let me see. Next to the machine model, there's a pile of coal and tunnel leading underground.
Ah, I know. It should be an ore bucket, right?
Ore bucket?
I never heard of it before, but it sounds amazing.
In short, it's a device that uses chains to connect multiple buckets to circulate and transport minerals.
Since it's called an ore bucket, it must be some kind of vehicle, right? It looks like it could even fit a person inside. If you don't like the cage, maybe we can try the ore bucket.
If I'm using it, then I'll really be going to hell.
两位，打扰了。
Oh, is this the witness? Oh no, this is the wife. Wait, is the wife the witness? No, otherwise the guy would have said... No, otherwise Mr. McCon would have said something. Wow, such a beautiful woman.
万分抱歉，今日公园已停止参观，二位怕是要白跑一趟了。
你好，请问你是？
失礼了，毕姓杨，名云燕，外子郑大钱，是公园的所有者。
Wow, so you're Mrs. McCon then. As he described, you're indeed a beauty. Thank you for your compliment, but it's nothing really.
Underneath the dignified, beautiful, and elegant appearance, what a kind viper lies in hiding. Puff! Why did you poke me? Keep your mouth shut and behave.
Are you visitors? Unfortunately, due to some unexpected things, the park is not open to the public at the moment. No, actually, we're not here to visit. No? Then you are... Actually, I'm a lawyer. A lawyer? Oh, so it's because of the case this morning? Yes. I'm Luna Ray, the defense lawyer in charge of the case.
I'm Plum Swift, a detective novelist, just here to collect some material. Well, she's sort of my temporary assistant. Investigating while having a novelist record your image. You two are quite an interesting combination. She seems to have misunderstood something. So, Mrs. McCon, are you aware of the case? I'm afraid I've only heard a little about it. My husband and I were in the park when the police arrived. Then may I ask you some questions? Of course. If you need anything, I'll do my best to help. Mrs. McCon, could you tell us what you know about the case? Where should I start from? How about the time just before the incident? At that time, my husband and I were resting in the duty room, and he was about to go down to the mine to check the equipment. I heard noise from the outside the window, so I opened the curtains and saw many police cars. Before the police arrived, was there anything unusual happening there? Today is a temporary closure day, so it's rare for us to be together during the daytime. Honestly, my mind was entirely attracted by my husband, and I didn't pay attention to anything else. Wow, what an incredibly loving couple. We only found out about the murder in the mine when the cops came to ask questions. Suddenly hearing such news must have surprised you, right? Yes. To be honest, I felt unsettled when the police cars suddenly showed up. Fortunately, Cash was very considerate. He noticed my situation and sent me home. Huh! He's really a good husband. Of course, it is a blessing for me to marry him. After that, I went home to prepare lunch. I didn't know exactly what happened. What you said is almost the same as what Mr. McCon said. Because we were together the whole time. Isn't it normal? That's true. Do you know anything about the identity of the victim? Well, I heard he was a lonely and destitute elder without family? Huh? I'm so sorry to hear that in the dead of winter he actually took the mine as shelter. I feel sorry for him. Where did that story come from? I'm afraid that my knowledge of the case is that limited. I'm terribly sorry, but I can't be of much help. No. We should apologize for forcing you to recall these unpleasant things. She really is gentle. But in her position, she does have little access to the facts. If you want to know more about the park, I better go find Mr. McCon. Although it isn't directly related to the investigation, out of pure personal curiosity, I would like to ask. You and Mr. McCon seem to have a very good relationship. Yes, we have been married for 2 years. Although our relationship may not be passionate or dramatic, over these 2 years we've been together day and night, living a harmonious life. Our days are plain yet stable. I see. That's really admirable. Wow, but why would a beauty like you fall for someone like Mr. McCon?
Damn.
Hey, Plum, that's rude. It's okay. Many of my friends couldn't understand it at first. Cash may appear to be rough and careless, not paying attention to details. When we first met, he actually just bought the mine, and the business was at stake and he was not wealthy. What attracted me wasn't his appearance or wealth, but his gentle heart. Is he gentle? Yes, perhaps you think he's domineering, but that's only shown to others. To me. That's only shown to others. To me, he's extremely obedient, a man who takes care of both career and family. You really can't judge a book by its cover. Miss Ray, may I ask if you're seeing someone now? Huh? Me? I know, she doesn't have a boyfriend for many years. Mind your own business. You're no better than me. I see. Please take it as a reminder. Appearance, status, and wealth, they're all just fleeting. Women should find someone who's gentle and genuinely treats you well. I wish for both of you to find the Mr. Right. Wow, what a touching love story. I'll definitely write it into my next book. I really can't imagine what kind of mishmash your book will be. Speaking of which, I dare to suppose that since you're both here, you're planning to investigate the mine. Yes. Although the cage here can't reach the mine, it's a bit inconvenient to use. The specific instructions are written on the notice. Please pay attention to the operating time. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. If you don't mind, I'll take my leave now. Or Cash will worry about me. Yes, thank you for cooperating. I sincerely wish you a smooth investigation. God, she's truly an extraordinary beauty, and although she's the wife of a rich man, her tone is so kind and humble, without a hint of that high-profile figure vibe. Wow, that is so beautiful. I'll make the heroine and the genius prosecutor to meet a man like Cash McCon and marry him. Wait, is the prosecutor in the novel male or female? Of course male. So despite being a villain, the heroine is Luna. No, I don't want to marry someone like him. Change it now. Huh? You don't like it? How about pairing Luna with the prosecutor? Although they fiercely oppose each other in court, secretly they are in love, serving as a model of romance. Wow, readers will definitely like this kind of contrast. Why do I have to marry someone? Forget it. The cage won't be available for a while. Being anxious to see everyone help, we rushed here in such a hurry that we didn't even get a good look at the park's gate. Maybe we can take the opportunity to go back for now.
December 22nd, morning, Foxtail Mine Park.
Phew, I'm back here again. The scenery at the park is just the same as a while before. Yeah, with such a beautiful landscape, why don't we just have a picnic? I don't know. Wow, how did you know what I was going to say before I even said it? I find it quite sad that I can predict what's coming from your unusual brain too. Upon careful thought, since the crime scene is in the mine, the surface part of the park probably isn't directly related to the case, right? Not to miss any information, we should still investigate here. Is it my imagination, or is this tree a bit crooked? Why would they place such a tree at the entrance? Wouldn't a straight one be better? No, this kind of tree is called the guest-greeting pine. You really don't have any common sense. Huh? Is that so? I don't think this kind of knowledge will help me become a good lawyer, so no need to know. Wow, your stubborn look makes you even cuter. It's really embarrassing to have less common sense knowledge than her. Huh? Wait, there seems to be a footprint under the pine tree. Wow, it must be someone accidentally stepping in while walking and playing on their phone. They're probably playing the popular anime game Eggshin. She can even come up with details while talking nonsense. What kind of shoes would correspond to the size and pattern of the footprint? Is it from Mr. McConn's leather shoes? It is from Mr. McConn's leather shoes, can't you tell? Huh? You can tell? Whenever I see someone, I'll remember all the sizes and styles of their clothing from head to toe. How could I be a top-notch writer without this level of observing skill? Impressive. Maybe her investigative skills are actually quite good? Also, his face looks like a duck egg, so I guess he must be playing action. Suddenly becoming unreliable again. Forget it. Regardless, the footprint under the guest-greeting pine seems weird. From the soil traces and the depth of the footprint, clearly it's left this morning. The tree pit isn't on any path that leads to a destination. So what was the person stepping in here thinking? If it truly belongs to Mr. McCon, what was he up to? The sign at the entrance reads Foxtail Mine Park. The park is so big, yet the door plate is so small. Yes, if it were up to me, I would hang a huge flying saucer in the sky and drape a banner with the park's name on it. Flying saucer? It doesn't seem to fit a mine park, does it? How about a flying saucer with an excavator on it? Why does it have to be a flying saucer? This is an introduction of the park, isn't it? Wow, what does it say? It says this is a great lode with a substantial amount of untapped natural gas. Wow, that's amazing. When Mr. McCon finishes extracting it, maybe my gas bill will decrease. You've thought so far ahead. But it seems that large-scale extraction of natural gas is not allowed here. Why not? In 1987, the National Geological Survey confirmed that there is an abundant natural gas deep in Foxtail Mine Park. However, excessive extraction may endanger the entire region, so some mining areas have been sealed off and abandoned. That's what it says here. Wow! Is it a kind of gas that could blow up a whole city with one axe drop? There's no such gas. And who would use an axe to extract gas? But according to the introduction, the place that haven't been sealed off should be safe for extraction. The last time I went to Lemon Village, I saw a mirror of this kind on the mountain road. Let me tell you, it's a wide-angle mirror. I know, it's used to expand the driver's field of view. It's common knowledge. His sinister claws were itching, while the vulnerable woman walked along the quiet path, completely unaware. Huh? Is this the opening of a novel? And all of this was captured by another pursuer through the wide-angle mirror at the park entrance. And it then? And to be continued in the next episode. No! What's this room used for? I know, it must be the park's interrogation room. It's filled with handcuffs, leg irons, electric chairs, and guillotines, which are used to punish visitors who don't pay tickets. Just ignore her. The door is locked, but we can't peek inside through the blinds. I can vaguely see a sofa, desk, and a display cabinet. It should be just a regular duty room. Oh, boring. Let me think. A seemingly ordinary duty room, yet it leaves the marks of countless visits from the death. Wow. What do you think of that? What do you think of the sentence? Can we talk about these ominous sentences after we finish investigating? Is that everything? Looks like that's everything. Yeah, I got that one, I got that one, I got that one, I got that one. Okay. Luna, why are we going to investigate now? No idea. Do you have any thoughts? Well, how about we investigate the lady selling roasted sweet potatoes over there? I think those sweet potatoes are so suspicious. They might be disguised yams. Let's buy one and test it out. Just say if you want to eat roasted sweet potatoes. We've been investigating for a while now. Have you noticed anything? Huh? Me? Yes, no matter what, you're my senior. Besides, haven't you been writing detective novels all along? That's right, for the sake of research, even I have heard about many bizarre cases. Yeah, and I've heard of cases that the police seek help from detective novelists when faced with unsolved cases. So why don't you help me and offer some ideas? Wow, I didn't expect that you actually need me. So you know you're always causing trouble for me. Based on the information we have, the biggest question in the case is why the victim was here. Yes, it's something that I've been wondering about too. According to my deduction, a 70-year-old man coming to a park early in the morning can only mean one thing. Oh? What is it? He must be here for morning exercises. What? Morning exercises in an abandoned mine? The elderly usually get up early and come to parks for morning exercises, don't they? Times are changing. Who can promise they won't do morning exercises in abandoned mines? Never mind. However, she has hit the nail on the head with one thing. Why did the village chief, who should have been hundreds of miles away in Lemon Village, come to this place? Under what circumstances would an elderly person from a remote mountain village come all the way to the city and then specifically go to an abandoned mine located 150 meters underground? What could it be if not morning exercises? But I wouldn't do it anyway because it has to cost me a plane ticket. I don't think money is the main issue. Wait, a plane ticket? What? Or is it a train ticket? Lemon Village isn't that far from the park, so one can take a long-distance bus to get here. But it suddenly occurs to me that whether it's booking a plane ticket, a train ticket, or a long-distance bus ticket, for an old man who lives in an isolated village, without a guide to help him, it would be very difficult for him to come here alone, right? That makes sense, I know. The killer is the person who helped him book the ticket. That's just absurd. but 1 in 11 villagers capable to help the village chief book tickets online. Although I don't want to admit it, someone's face has appeared in my mind.
Alter Lemon, baby.
I still have his phone number. Let me try if I can get through to him.
Hello?
Yes, it's you!
Excuse me?
Last time I thought about his loser face, I almost deleted his number. Luckily I didn't, otherwise I had to go back to that remote mountain area again. Is this the otaku?
Don't call me otaku, show some respect. Even if I am an otaku, please call me a tech otaku.
They're pretty much the same to me.
I'm in the middle of a game, what's up? Is it because the Verity Lance broke?
No, it's still fine and quite useful.
Of course. After all, I'm not just some ordinary otaku, but an otaku with all advanced technology skills.
Stop, I have a question for you. Did you help the village chief book a ticket a few days ago?
Huh? I didn't help him book a long-distance bus ticket. What?
Ah, so it was you after all. Do you know why the village chief came to the city?
Why ask? How would I know? He took a delivery for someone and said he wanted to visit your place, so I helped him book a ticket.
So you don't know why he came here either?
Now that you mention it, the village chief seems to be avoiding that question all along. Even when I helped him buy the ticket, he told me to keep it a secret.
Huh? Secret? Does it mean the other villagers don't know the village chief has already left the village?
I think so. Anyway, he hardly ever leaves his house. Why are you asking these questions?
You haven't watched the news today?
News? Come on, I never watch that stuff.
Is that so? Then you better not watch TV or go online today.
Huh?
No, maybe it's better if you hurry and check the news.
Huh? What's going on?
Well, I'm busy now, so I'll hang up.
Hello? Wait.
Your call recording has been saved. Please check it in the call log.
Cool.
The village chief was murdered and Annie was taken as a suspect. How could I tell him all these things? Now the reason for his visit to the park is completely unclear, and he deliberately kept it from the villagers. What on earth is the reason for this? Finally found you guys. Huh? Mr. McCann, what brings you here? I was talking to the police about the investigation and it hit me. If you guys are going to check out the mines, I gotta take you down there myself. Huh? Why? Here's the thing. To keep the number of miners down, the cage is set to make round trips only every 30 minutes. Yeah, I know it. Were you planning to wait for the next one? No, you don't have to. Making you wait would just be a bad hosting. I got the key card that lets you run the cage anytime. I see. That's very kind of you. No problem at all. It's really nothing. By the way, just to confirm, how many of these key cards are there? Sure thing, there's only one. It's always with me. Just picture the chaos if there were any more. I see. Alright, follow me to the transport area. I'll take you down. Okay. Even though I still have questions I want to ask him, the priority now is to take a look at the scene.
December 22nd, morning, Mine Park Transport Area.
Here, let me swipe my card.
I thought you'd say you only had one card.
Wow, he truly lives up to his wealthy status, even swiping a key card with such style.
Got it? I removed the restrictions on the cage. Even if I'm not around today, you can still use it freely.
Ah, that's great.
But since you two are new here, navigating the mine area can be tricky. I'll tag along for the trip down.
Wow, then please.
A distance of 150 meters, nearly 50 floors high.
I thought it would take a long time to come down. The cage runs smoothly, but the speed is quite fast.
Just as stated in the instruction, the journey took less than 30 seconds. So this is the mine. It's truly breathtaking.
Wow! Finally down! So excited!
The mine is really vast. Thanks to the lighting system, visibility is much better than I expected.
In this deep dark abyss, all who learn the truth will be buried forever. Is this sentence stunning?
Stunning, more like startling. So my park is quite grand, isn't it? Well, grand is really the best word to describe. It's really the best word to describe this place. Sure thing. You guys go ahead and poke around here. I'll just chill nearby and catch my breath. The crime scene is in the abandoned area. We may have to go deeper. But in this area, we might find some clues. Alright. If I read the map correctly, there's the abandoned area behind this door, right? Yeah. Even though it's useless, it's still part of the mine. Did you install this wire fence? Huh? No way. Can't you see the rust holes in the wire? When I bought the mining area inside had been left to rot for decades. If I were to fix it, I'd have to put up a gold-plated fence or something. Couldn't help but imagine. It just doesn't seem to fit.
There's a big hole in the wire fence. Not just me, even someone the size of Luna can squeeze through. Don't talk like I'm fat! Mr. McCon, do you often visit the abandoned area?
Nope, that place can't be mined, and there's nothing worth a second look. We just don't bother going in. Maybe it's because no one's been on the ball about keeping it clean that the incident went down this morning. If only I could have put up that gold-plated fence earlier.
So you really plan to put up one? If this is the only entrance to the abandoned area, the victim must have crawled in from here, right?
Huh, that makes sense. What could be behind the wire fence that prompted the village chief to go through such trouble?
Hey look, there's a railway track here. I didn't expect trains to go underground.
This track's meant for carts to carry coal.
Huh? Can't we ride on it?
Common sense suggests us not to?
Hey, don't let common sense limit your creativity. I'll ride on it.
Well, go ahead then.
On closer inspection, the track is so uneven, it would be very bumpy to ride on. I'm not gonna ride it.
Your creativity is so fragile.
Look, a wanted poster.
How come there's a wanted poster in a place like this? Let me see. The closure dates for the working section in December are...
Hey, it says work schedule notice right there in big letters. Oh, so it's not a wanted poster? How boring.
Just ignore her. Let me see. The closure days this month are the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 29th.
Huh?
I remember Mr. McCon mentioning that today is also a closure day, right? But there's no December 22nd listed on the notice.
I know. It must be because the miners had a hot pot together last night and ended up in the hospital.
Your imagination's running wild again. Anyway, Mr. McCon and Mrs. McCon mentioned this morning that today is indeed a closure day of the mine.
Could it be because of the murder?
The mine's closure should have been scheduled at least a day ahead. The discussion didn't sound like a spur-of-the-moment choice. Could there be other events happening in the mine today? I need to check with Mr. McCon about it later. The gate is also blocked by the iron fence. Mr. McCon, what's behind the gate? Oh, it's the working section. That's where the miners usually do their thing. Huh? Setting the entrance to the working section in the mine view zone? Wouldn't that affect the visitors? Nope, not at all. They work 12 hours a day. They start before the park opens and finish later than it closes. Visitors won't even catch a glimpse of a miner. I have the urge to hang him on a lamppost.
Wow! A bar on the fence is broken. Luna, could it be you? I didn't even touch it.
Huh? Strange. When did it break? It was fine last time I checked. Gotta ring someone up to come and sort this crap out.
Judging from the broken joints, it does seem to be deliberately damaged. The steel bars that make up the fence have a diameter of 4 centimeters. It's not something ordinary people can break. But you just said it was me. However, the gaps between the fence are already wide, so it's easy for a person of normal size to crawl through. If it's just for passage, breaking it seems completely meaningless, doesn't it? What's this? A giant pot for receiving signals? TV signals?
This is a wireless signal booster I picked up last year.
Signal booster?
Yep. Just imagine all those folks in the mine not be able to use their phones. What a headache would that be? So I threw down some cash and snagged this thing.
I'm sure this some cash must be an unimaginable amount to me.
Now you can make calls and send texts anywhere in the mine. Isn't it great?
Wow, that's so cool. I'm gonna call Luna right now. I won't answer. Although my phone signal has only 2 bars, it's enough for calls and texts. So during the incident, people in the mine can stay in communication with the surface, right? The caves are interconnected, and you can't see the edges at a glance. Mr. McCon, what's over there?
Over there? Nothing. It's empty.
Huh?
We started digging, thinking there was coal during the survey, but guess what? We found nothing. Since we already kicked things off, we can't just let it go to waste. Why not throw in a carousel for the kids?
Would any child really come here? Wow! Carousel! A carousel! I wanted to be the first to ride it. I forgot there's already one right in front of me. Behind this glass door is the cage we took when going down. Its shape is really lacking in uniqueness. If I were to design it, it would definitely make it look like a spaceship. Then it would get stuck halfway.
Normally the cage only goes back and forth every half an hour, but with things as they are, I made an exception and fired it up for you.
Thanks. By the way, besides the cage, is there any other way to get down here?
If you're asking if there's another entrance for folks to come and go, then nope, this is the only one.
So, does it mean the mine has become a locked room that only opens every 30 minutes? Okay, we pretty much finished investigating the mine view area. Let's head deeper now.
Whoa, I lost track of time. If I don't head up now, my wife will start worrying. How about you guys explore around for a bit on your own? I'll head out first.
Mr. McCon, wait, please. There's something I'm still curious about and would like to ask you.
I see. Well, since it ain't too busy down here today, I'll give you another 30 seconds.
That's not enough.
Just kidding, but seriously, my wife will worry if I'm late, so let's make it snappy.
Oh, okay.
These are 2 questions.
Mr. McCon, when did you buy this mine?
It's been ages since I bought it, but turning it into a park? That only happened in the past couple of years. So, do you find this place interesting?
Of course, it's like a perfect setting for a murder scene. Can it be considered a compliment? The crime occurred in this dim and mysterious space, isolated from the world. Wow, it's so exciting.
Isolated from the world? That's a good line, but my mind ain't that backward.
Are you referring to the signal booster we just saw?
Yeah. As long as it's there, you can make calls and texts from any corner of the mine.
Is there Wi-Fi here?
Wi-Fi? Oh, you mean wireless internet, right? I know about that. I asked the experts about it. If we wanted Wi-Fi, we have to run a 100-meter long cable down here from the surface. And I need to set up loads of those. What do you call them? Routers? Yeah, that's the name. Could I afford it? Sure, with a bit of cash, it's doable. But it doesn't seem worth it, you know?
What he calls a bit of cash is probably a number I can't imagine. It's okay if there's no Wi-Fi, but what about TV? Radio?
The signal booster only works for phones. The other stuff? Yeah, not quite there yet.
Huh? How can the miners work without Wi-Fi or TV? The miners can't work with those things around. Mr. McCon, Are those two entrances over there leading to the abandoned area and the working section respectively?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody usually goes near the abandoned area, and the working section is usually fenced off.
So does it mean access to those areas from the surface we have to pass through the mine? Oh wait. So, does it mean to access those areas from the surface, we'd have to pass through the mine view zone?
Yup, the abandoned area has been out of use for years, and there's no pathway connecting it to the working section.
Can we investigate those areas when you're not around?
Sure, you came all this way, so of course, you gotta check out the whole place.
It's like we're being treated as visitors.
Anyway, the wire fence at the abandoned area is already busted open. You wanna go in, be my guest. As for the iron fence at the working section, oh shoot, I rushed down here and forgot to unlock it in the duty room.
It's okay. I found the gaps in the fence quite wide. With our body sizes, we can manage to squeeze through without any problems.
What? Really? It's no problem for you, but it's a big problem for me.
Huh?
If the iron fence can be accessed easily, then what's the point of having it? I guess I'll have to get one of those vault doors from— oops, I hit tab. I'll have to get one of those vault doors from my bank to replace it.
Isn't it a bit too much?
Alright, I really can't. Alright, I really can't stick around any longer. I gotta go.
Ah, please, just one more minute. And one last question, just one.
Another one? Shoot, you guys are sure thorough with your work. If I were your boss, I'd give you a bonus.
Chief isn't that generous. Mr. McCon only gave me a rough idea of his actions before and after the incident. He can't be ruled out as a suspect, so it's best to ask more carefully. Mr. McCon, if you don't mind me asking, what did you do this morning before and after the incident?
Oh, so you're asking for an alibi? You should have asked so earlier. Cops have asked me this a bunch of times already.
Well, I've already
told you what I did this morning.
I'm not implying anything, I just wanted to gather some information from your words.
I see, no problem.
Alright, please tell us more details about this morning.
Sure, this morning I came to the park as usual, planning to check the equipment down in the mine. Before heading down, I had breakfast in the duty room. My wife made me a tuna sandwich herself. Oh man, the tuna, the sauce, the veggies, it was so delicious.
That's too detailed.
Oh, by the way, have you met my wife yet? Oh, isn't she lovely?
Yes, she's indeed a rare beauty.
Of course she is. My wife is the sweetest, kindest, most gentle.
Mr. McCon, let's focus on the case.
Oh, right. Sorry. I get carried away when I talk about her. Where were we? Oh yes, the tuna sandwich. After finishing the sandwich, I felt a bit sleepy, so I laid my head on the table for a nap. I don't even know how long I slept. All I know is that my wife woke me up when she came by to check on me.
Huh? You fell asleep? Was it before or after the incident?
I don't know when the incident happened, so I can't answer that question. But I'm sure that I have been sleeping in the duty room all morning. I woke up and was about to head down when the cops showed up.
This reaction.
What's wrong? You okay?
I'm fine. The Verity Lance is reacting to Mr. McCon's words?
Good. The medical room's shut today too, so if you got any problems, I'm not sure what we can do.
Is that so? Either Mr. McCon was lying just now, or he's hiding something. I haven't investigated the scene yet, and I'm short on evidence. This is going to be tough. But if I don't seize the opportunity now, he'll leave the mine. I don't know if I'll get another chance today. What should I do? Should I break his defense now?
Save. Don't really have much evidence, honestly. We'll see.
ランギヌス起動。
Wow, Luna, the thing you're holding is so cool. You can even make a sound.
What's that? Looks kinda interesting. How about I buy it off you to hang my umbrellas? Name your price.
No, this isn't for sale. I just brought it out to, admire, yes. Why do I always end up feeling embarrassed whenever I bring it out?
Not for sale? What a pity. I was gonna drop 100 grand on it to make my wife happy.
100 grand? Wait, Luna Ray, calm down. It isn't for sale. Mr. McCon, there's something I need to confirm with you.
Go ahead.
The thing about 100 grand. Oh, no, that's not the question.
What are you talking about?
Get a grip, stay calm. Although we've only met recently, I don't get the feeling that Mr. McCon is the scheming, lying type. The big question now is, what exactly is he hiding from us, and why? This won't do. I have very little information at hand, and I'm clueless, and Mr. McCon is in a hurry to leave. Someone accustomed to being in charge like him probably won't have a good temper, so I must probe cautiously while extracting information. Alright, here we go, and see how it goes. Mr. McCon, you said that you spent the whole morning sleeping in the duty room.
Yeah? Why?
I don't know the reason, but if you can't tell the truth, I'll be in a tough spot.
Huh? What are you talking about? Where else could I go if not the duty room?
I don't know where you went, but at least you didn't stay quietly in the duty room.
What do you mean?
This piece of evidence proves that you stepped out of the duty room this morning. That's it! Mr. McCon, there's a strange footprint under the guest greeting pine outside your duty room.
What? Footprint? I don't know whose it is, but definitely not mine.
Huh?
The mine is closed today, and there are fewer visitors than usual, but anyone who wants to enter can do so. Probably some dumb tourist walking around, staring at their phone and actually stepped in it.
That explanation sounds familiar, but what he's saying makes sense. Just based on a single footprint, it doesn't prove anything. This can be tricky.
So what are you getting at? Think you can mess with me? You're still too green.
What should I do? Do I have any other evidence to prove he left the duty room?
I don't really have any.
I don't really have much.
I don't really have any other evidence, unfortunately. No, I don't have any evidence.
This won't do. I just arrived here and I don't have much evidence at hand. Plus, the footprint hasn't been identified. Even if it's obvious, I can't say it belongs to him. Oh, we're not in the courtroom. Even if I use some tactics, it should be fine, right? Mr. McCon, you better not deny it anymore because...
Plum, help!
Mr. McCon, you've seen Detective Sanford, who led the search just now, haven't you?
Detective Sanford? The curly-haired female cop who's been yelling at the staff?
Exactly. Right after I found the footprint under the guest green pine, I immediately asked her to conduct an analysis, and the result of the analysis showed that the footprint matched yours perfectly, Mr. McCon.
What? Are you mocking me for being uneducated? Those cops have never touched my shoes. How could they identify it? Ooh, damn. Yeah, he's got me there.
Is that so? Whoops, I underestimated him. The wealthy tycoon worth billions is truly cunning. Just bluffing won't work. I need to change my approach.
Because...
I've seen through everything.
So?
So, you, lied?
Maybe you should get your own story straight first.
Yeah.
Alright. Plum, help!
Plum, help me please! I've been trying to figure out what you're up to. How can I help? It's just, like, for example, how about the footprint? That's easy. Mr. McConn's leather shoes are from this year's spring collection. Size 43, worn for about 8 months. There's a thin, shallow scratch in the center of the right shoe's heel. It looks like it was caused by a razor. I don't know why you'd use a razor to scratch your shoe heel. This scratch is also reflected in the footprint. It's this unique pair of shoes left behind a unique footprint that couldn't belong to anyone else.
Wow, you can figure all that out? That scratch. My master was playing with my razor and scratched it up.
I can't picture the scene at all. Anyway, this footprint shows you not only left the duty room, but also visited the guest greeting pine area. Mr. McCon, could you please cooperate with our investigation and explain the matter clearly?
You two are truly heroines. Amazing.
Yes, it worked. Bringing Plum along was definitely a right move.
Alright, there's nothing to hide. Yes, I did stand under the guest greeting pine for a bit. But so what? In my park, my tree. It's my park, my tree. Can I stand under it if I want to?
That's not what I meant. Mr. McCon, if you think it's perfectly normal, why did you choose to keep it from me? If it weren't for Plum's keen observation, you probably wouldn't have told me about it at all, would you?
Oh, well...
Investigating a murder case is no joke. Continuing to conceal information will only increase your suspicion.
What? You seriously think I killed someone? That's crazy talk. I was just standing by the tree having a smoke. Oh, right. I was smoking by the tree. My wife doesn't allow me to smoke, so I didn't tell you earlier.
Wow! Mr. McCon doesn't even smoke. This lie won't pass my sharp eyes.
No matter how you ask, I ain't saying a thing. Just give up on it.
No confessional methods will break through his defense. Perhaps I have to rely on guessing. Mr. McCon, the reason you stood under the guest greeting pine was because you went to stand under the tree to peep behind the tree trunk.
What? Don't be absurd. My wife's stunning. Why would I need to peep at anyone else?
Huh? I didn't even say you were peeping at anyone. Why did you jump to that conclusion? You must be worried about getting caught peeping at others, which is why you're hiding it from me.
Huh? Who do you think I am? If I were peeping, I'd only be peeping at my wife.
So you hid behind the tree to peep at your own wife?
Why would I need to peep at my own wife? I can't just look at her out in the open.
This conversation's getting nowhere. I need to steer the conversation back on track before it gets too far from the case. Anyway, if it wasn't... okay. You left the duty room and went out to stand under the pine tree to cool off in the shade.
What? I was in the duty room. Why would I need to go to the shade to cool off? And it's December. Who goes to cool off under a tree in winter? How silly.
Yes, how could I have made such a stupid guess?
I don't know what you're doing.
I can't figure out why he would need to stand under the tree. And no matter what I see, you could just brush it off with it's my territory. If that's the case, I'll have to provoke him. I don't know what you were doing there, but it must have been some shady business.
Shady business? What nonsense. It's my park and I was just standing there, checking things out. What's with the insults?
Huh? It worked?
I'm no sleazy businessman, so don't go throwing around terms like that just because you got a fancy degree.
I'm sorry, and I take back what I just said just now, but it looks like you're admitting to it, huh?
What do you mean?
You said you weren't standing there to keep an eye on things. You said you were standing there to keep an eye on things. May I ask, what things were you keeping an eye on?
Oh no, I slipped up.
Great, he's starting to lose his composure. Keep up the pace. Mr. McCon, you better come clean. Why did you leave the duty room this morning?
Well, I just suddenly want to step out for some fresh air, right?
Why are you turning the question back on me? I'm the one asking questions. That's not possible, because you didn't just suddenly want to step out for some fresh air. You knew what was going to happen in the mine pot today, and you were waiting there from the start.
No way. I don't know anything.
No, you definitely do, because today is not like any other day in the mine park.
What? What's different? The park is the same as it always is.
It's just that
the miners didn't show up on the closure day. As for the murder thing, it was already past morning when I knew it, and it's got nothing to do with me.
No, today, December 2nd, is not an ordinary day for the mine park. This piece of evidence explains everything.
That's it.
Mr. McCann, take a look at this work schedule notice. Ah, the notice. According to your work schedule notice, today isn't a regular closure day of the mine. It's not a closure day, yet it's suddenly closed to the public. There must be some reason for it, right? You standing next to the pine tree to keep an eye on things probably has something to do with this closure day. Mr. McCann, are you still going to insist that you know nothing?
You caught me.
Mr. McCann, with all these said, are you still going to keep resisting?
You guys really got me. Alright, I'll spill it. I'll spill everything.
Mr. McCann, why did you temporarily close the mine today? And why were you standing under the tree?
Okay, I'll take it bit by bit. Actually, I didn't want to hide it, but I promised to keep it a secret.
Keep it a secret?
Yeah, if the media gets wind of it, that big shot will be in big trouble. Will be in real trouble.
Big shot?
Exactly. In fact, the temporary closure of the mine was planned long ago, because there's some big shot star visiting the park today.
A big shot star? Who exactly?
I can't tell you that, otherwise I break the contract. Anyway, some TV lady star who is always popping up on the screen.
It's a lady? What a pity. I thought it might be a chance to see my idol.
A while back, I got a call from her assistant, saying she'd be using the park today.
A female star boring the mine? Is she shooting underground or something?
I don't have all the specifics, but they promised me they wouldn't mess up my place, and it was agreed that she would come here alone. Doesn't that seem a bit few for filming?
Alone? That's quite a strange request.
Anyway, I agreed to temporarily close the mine today and rented out the entire working section.
Stopping mining just for her? Is that worth the cost?
Yeah, there might be some losses, but trust me, staying on good terms with the big shot star is gold for my business. Think about it. If now I can advertise the park like, hey, even that famous star visited here. The buzz you get from that is way better than having miners dig coal for a day.
What a businessman's mindset.
All I was doing by standing behind the guest greeny pine was trying to catch a quick glimpse of the star and feed my curiosity.
Just that?
What could I possibly get up to? I'm just a straightforward guy who's selling coal mines and running the park.
I thought you did something serious. It's quite disappointing. So did you end up seeing the star?
Nope, didn't see anything. Just a couple of random visitors here and there. And then...
Then... what happened?
I must have dozed off leaning on the tree.
You can fall asleep leaning on the tree?
Anyway, that's all I got to say. I signed a contract with our management company after all. I hope you two can understand between us business folks.
I understand. If there's a contract, we indeed shouldn't pry too much.
Awesome. Long live understanding. Now then, those two areas are open for you guys to investigate. If the whole closure day thing ends up being relevant, I can give you a written statement. Sound good?
Ah, that would be great.
Well, I'm off to see my wife. You can catch me in the duty room if you need me.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. McCann.
No problem. I'll head on out now. Catch you later.
Well, Plum, let's go. Alright, let's hurry to investigate the scene. That's the most important part of collecting material. We went straight into the abandoned area through the damaged part of the wire fence. The extent of the damage to this wire fence is much larger than I imagined. Not to mention me and Plum. Even a tall and strong man could probably squeeze through it.
December 22nd, afternoon, Mine Park, abandoned area.
Wow, so this is where the body was found. I'm so nervous. Stop being so jumpy like a kid. The body has already been removed. There are several detectives collecting evidence. There are several detectives collecting evidence at the scene, slightly more than on the surface. They probably received orders from Detective Sanford and don't intend to interfere with our investigation. Anyway, let's start with our investigation.
Uh-oh.
我好像听到了一阵歇斯底里的喊声。
我也听到了，好像一只僵尸熊的身影。
There's no such thing in reality.
吓死我了！
哇，你搞什么？到底是谁吓谁啊？
啊！你们既不是鬼，也不是什么大砍刀屠夫杀人魔之类的吧？
你哪只眼睛看到大砍刀了？
对不住啊，我胆子小，平时经常这么一惊一乍的。
This guy's twice the size of me and Plum combined. How can he be a scaredy
那
cat?
个，请问你是哪位？调查现场的便衣吗？
便衣？不是，我怎么会做那么可怕的职业呢？哦，我是来这里踩点的摄影师，名叫张维迪。
Alex John.
踩点？摄影师？
对啊，我开了个工作室，主要受理人像写真、婚纱照之类的业务。你们两个要不要考虑来组闺蜜照啊？
不要，谁跟这家伙是闺蜜啊？
这话居然毫不犹豫就说出来了。
小梅，我好伤心呀！
But why would a portrait photographer come to a place like this? We can't conclude that this guy isn't related to the case yet. Let's chat with him a bit before investigating.
What voice do I give you?
So you're a photographer and photography parlor owner?
Sort of, but the term photography parlor sounds so outdated. Mine is a creative studio, focusing on personalized services. No matter how bizarre the client's requests are, as long as it's legal, we'll shoot it. For example, some customers are very particular about their ID photos. We can totally set up a special studio just for them to take a splendid customized ID photo.
Really? Please let me try it. Sorry for digressing. Let's talk about photography some other time.
Wait.
What is it?
Miss, you look familiar. Have we met somewhere before?
Huh? Me? I've been studying abroad and just returned recently. Are you sure you got the right person?
Really? Your faces are diverse. I usually don't forget the ones I photographed. When I saw you, there was a sense of familiarity. Maybe because you resemble one of my clients?
Wow, hey buddy! Your way of flirtation is so outdated.
That's not the case. How could you tarnish the image of a respectable photographer with such vulgar thoughts?
What a weird guy. Have we really met before? I don't remember much about him. You mentioned that you are here for scouting. What exactly does that mean?
About scouting. Wait, why do you want to know? Who are you anyway? Why should I tell you?
Oh, don't be nervous. I'm not trying to pry into your personal information. In fact, this is what I do.
Oh, what's this? Oh, the photo in it is just plain ugly.
Ugly?
Yeah, look at the spooky lighting and the makeup out of a horror movie. Did the photographer have a grudge against you?
Really? That ugly?
Don't worry, you're not bad looking. I can take a better photo for you. Come on, strike a pose like you're on top of the world.
What's on top of the world? What's on top of the world pose? Hey, I didn't say you could take my photo.
Look at this photo. Only with such composition can it showcase your wisdom, elegance, and extraordinary beauty. To give an analogy, it's like Artemis in Greek mythology. Graceful posture and exquisite features, not inferior to the legendary goddess of the moon.
Is that so? I feel embarrassed by your praise. Wait, I didn't come here for a photo shoot. Such sweet talk can distract you from the main business. Looks like you still have a long way to go. Whoops, unable to retort. Since he showed up at the crime scene, I should ask about his connection to the case first.
Oh wait, is he the witness?
Mr. Zhang, do you know what happened here this morning?
Oh, that? Of course I do. It's so horrible.
He knows? Can you tell me how much you know about the case?
Oh, it was really horrible. If you're just curious, I suggest you're better off not knowing. You two girls might faint from fear after hearing it.
No worries, we've both been through some big scenes. Probably. Understanding the ins and outs of the incident is crucial for us.
I'll tell you. Even just recalling makes me shiver. Have you heard? Just a moment ago, that demon brutally murdered an old man here. And boom, the knife plunged in and twisted a couple of times and pulled out and blood everywhere. Oh, I didn't even think about it. So horrible. And there was a little girl. So terrifying at such a young age. Can you imagine the harm she'll cause when she grows up? How can young kids nowadays commit such terrifying acts? The society is really frightening.
Mr. Shang, regardless of where you heard these rumors, I think it's better not to describe others in such a manner. The investigation of the case is still ongoing, and it's not confirmed that the girl committed the murder.
I can say that, it's definitely no doubt about it.
Why are you so sure?
Because I saw it with my own eyes.
What? The police officers told me the person who called the police saw me committing the crime. Could it be? He's the eyewitness he's the eyewitness and the one who called the police? Mr. Shang, are you the eyewitness mentioned by the police?
Oh, so you heard about my heroic deeds? Absolutely, it's me. With my eyes equipped with built-in exposure compensation, I captured every detail of the grim scene flawlessly.
Are you sure you didn't make a mistake?
Absolutely not. It was dreadful, that little girl who stabbed the old man with her own bare hands. I saw clearer than a macro lens.
Is that so? Well, there's a possibility that the girl was actually someone disguised.
Impossible. Do you doubt my eyes? Besides, it was still early at that time. There were only 2 living people in the entire mine. Me and the girl covered in blood. If you say there's another murderer, I will not believe that. Do you know how horrible it was? Trapped with a ruthless murderer? And all within the gloomy mine where someone had just died.
Stop, that's enough.
What are you going to do?
No, nothing. What should I do? He's so resolute. He probably did witness the moment of the crime. What did Annie actually do at the time of the incident? If only she could recover her memory.
Well, I got a little theory of mine. He saw this gal. Yeah, he probably saw this girl and mistook her for Annie. Oops, oh what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, it was probably this gal who did it. And I'm guessing she's probably like one of the Lemon Village people who left for the city to pursue greater heights. And then... But as for her motive for killing the chief, well, I don't fucking know. I don't know yet.
This guy will testify in court, right? I better gather some information now. Mr. Zhang, you will testify in court tomorrow, right?
Of course. How did you know the trial's tomorrow? Who exactly are you?
Huh? Didn't I just show you my lawyer's license? What else could I be?
A lawyer? You're a lawyer?
Yeah, so what's the big deal?
I thought you were a lawyer, and you went through all the trouble to get information out of me. If I knew, I wouldn't have told you anything.
What? I showed you my license right from the start.
Who would look at anything else while seeing such an ugly photo? You dare to exploit the sentiments of us photographers?
What are you talking about?
You lawyers are all the same. You're gonna give me another hard time in court tomorrow, aren't you?
Huh? Why would I? I just asked you some questions to save my friend.
Friend? You're actually in cahoots with that murderer? I can't believe it. You're such a horrible person. I'll never talk to you anymore, or else I'll definitely fall into your tricks again. Oh, the case is coming. I'm leaving. I'll press the shutter of truth in court tomorrow.
Huh? Hey! Wow, are you leaving? Bye-bye. Now's not the time for farewells. That big guy, you know, seems to have a deep animosity towards you. I can feel it too. He seems to have some inexplicable resentment towards lawyers. Could there have been such a bad memory?
He probably bumped into her older sister and almost got murked.
Could it be that he was once hung up and whipped by a lawyer or something? There's no such law in the world. Never mind. What I'm more concerned about is his so-called eyewitness testimony. I firmly believe Annie couldn't possibly be the killer. So was he just mistaken? The lighting in the mind is limited, and he's a timid guy, so it's normal for him to make mistakes in a moment of panic. Really? I feel as though that tough lady detective wouldn't just take the word of someone with a big testimony. If it's Detective Sanford, there must be something conclusive. No, it can't be. There must be something wrong. Alright, just thinking won't help. If there are any clues though, we'll find them during the investigation. That's true. Let's investigate. Investigate now. No wonder it's the abandoned area. And the renovation here is much worse than the others. The rock wall is not only rough and uneven, but also covered in spider webs. Huh? You're not scared of spiders? Why should I? You must be a Spider-Man fan! I am, but how is this relevant? Let's move on to investigate over there. Whoa! What's wrong, Luna? Do you have an inspiration for writing as well? No, look over there, Plum. There's a snake. Huh? You mean that rope segment? It's a rope? Upon closer look, it's really a rope. It's too dark here. That was horrible. Turns out you're so scared of snakes. That's funny. Isn't the dark underground a place where snakes would appear? In more than 20 years of my life, I never heard of snakes crawling into underground mines. Losing common sense to her again. It's always frustrating. Just like the iron can nearby, this rope is covered in thick dust. It probably has nothing to do with the case. Let's check elsewhere. Hey, why is an iron can here? It's all rusted. It must have been lying here for ages. In an abandoned mine area like this, no one bothers with cleaning. Trash piles up unattended. It's covered in a thick layer of dust. It must have been touched for years. It probably isn't related to the case. What could it be? So heavy. Maybe there's some drink left inside? Hey, you're not thinking of drinking it, are you? Oh please, I know better than to eat expired stuff. Even if it's not expired, I'm not risking putting something found by the roadside into my mouth. It definitely has nothing to do with the case. Better not bother with it for now. Wow, such a sharp knife! This must be the murder weapon, right? The police just took the body away, so they haven't had time to collect it. Judging by the length of the blade, this definitely is a controlled knife. Absolutely, you can tell it's not for chopping vegetables or peeling apples. This kind of knives can't be bought on the market in our country. How could any have it? Could it be that the knife wasn't originally in the victim's possession? In the village chief? Seems unlikely. Where did this knife come from? Plum, can you check the fingerprints on the handle for me? No problem. Let me see. Wait, what are you expecting me to check? Using my eyes to see fingerprints? Huh? Can't you? I thought you were capable of doing something like this. I went out in a hurry and I didn't bring any fingerprinting tools with me. But even if I could check, I think I already know the answer. Oh, it didn't do the little ding for me. It's the outline of the victim's body formed by ropes. We don't have a photo of the body, so we'll have to make do with it. The position of the body seems like he was crawling forward. Was he stabbed while he was laying prone on the ground? There are no signs of dragging or scraping on the ground. He was probably stabbed while standing, then fell down in this position. Really? I don't think so. Look, the blood splatter behind the victim is very intact. If he was stabbed while standing, some blood would have splattered onto the murderer, making such a perfect shape impossible. Huh. That makes sense. What's your opinion then? Isn't it obvious? The murderer must have used a super long weapon. Huh? They could just tie the knife to a 2-meter long pole, then plunge it out. and they wouldn't get splattered with the blood at all. The scene is a bit far-fetched. Although I know her reasoning is flawed, I can't find any evidence to refute it. Let's consider it a possibility for now. These are probably all the evidence we can gather from the crime scene.
Huh. Not as much information as expected.
After all, the body has been removed by the police. They might have taken away a lot more evidence. Judging from the current situation, it's impossible to investigate the village chief's belongings before the trial. Let's go check out elsewhere.
December 22, 12:03 p.m. Foxtail Mine Park, working section.
Is this where the miners work? What a place filled with strength and beauty. Men's sweat continuously evaporates in the scorching air, exuding a vitality akin to crimson flames. Wow, what do you think of the sentence?
Sounds good. It's the first relatively normal sentence you said today. Yeah, what's that sound? Is someone in the shadows over there? We better hold our breath and observe quietly.
Hey! Anyone over there? Hello? Ugh! Plum, what are you doing? You'll expose our position. Your voice was louder. Huh? There's nobody here.
You scared me to death. I thought someone was hiding in the corner.
Isn't this the working section? Probably for some kind of coal mining machinery.
That makes sense. Since it was a false alarm, let's start investigating now. Though this place isn't a crime scene, there might be some clues.
什么嘛？是查案的。
Oh, is it? Oh, is it her sister? Oh.
以为是哪个烦人的家伙跟到这儿来了。
Oh, it is her. Yeah, it is as I suspected.
Excuse me?
你是从哪儿冒出来的？我听到你们的脚步声，就找了个阴暗角落待着，有意见吗？
没有。呀，这个人好像。
Plum seems to be muttering something. Never mind, let's just greet this strange lady.
Okay.
Upon closer look, she seems somewhat familiar. Is it my illusion?
I think that's supposed to say imagination.
Excuse me. Who are you? What's it to you? Huh? Well, you see, I'm Luna Ray, a lawyer. I come here to investigate a case that just happened today. Oh, lawyer. Yes, in order to prove the innocence of my client, I need to gather as much information as possible. So, how should I trust you? What does it have to do with the case? Well, alright, you go your way. I'll go mine. Goodbye. Wait, I haven't finished yet! Anything else? So annoying. You should have heard by now. There was a criminal case at the mine this morning. May I ask why you come to this place? Why? Just for a visit?
Verity Lance.
Eh? Underneath that cold, impatient attitude, there's definitely a secret. But I don't even know her name. What should I do? What? If everything's fine, I'll just leave. Oh wait, just a sec, please. No, if I don't try to get some information from her now, who knows when is the next chance. Gotta push through.
Longinus, Kido!
She's like, what the fuck? Whatever that weapon is, I'm confident I could break it the moment you try anything. No. This isn't a weapon. You could think of it as a microphone or something. I just want to ask you a few questions while holding it. A microphone? Questions? Enough, I thought I could relax for a moment, but you're just another reporter trying to get close with the lawyer's guys. Is this some boring interview again? I don't have time. I'm leaving. No, wait. I've told you I'm a lawyer. I'm not a reporter. I need to ask you a few questions about the murder case. Could you please cooperate? Phew, her attitude is so terrible. She's probably not in the mood for a chat with me.
regardless of why she despises reporters. Right now, she's full of hostility towards me. I can't reason with her anymore. I must communicate with her in the most direct way. The priority should be figuring out who she is, right? Gee, her patience is running out so quickly. Miss, why are you insisting on not telling me your identity? I already told you. Who am I has nothing to do with you. Still, this is a crime scene. Your concealment seems quite suspicious, doesn't it? What? Should civilians need to show their IDs just to stroll in a park? You don't look like a regular folk strolling in a park at all in that outfit. Why are you so nosy? Is it fun for you? I'm not trying to pester you. I genuinely want to know if you have any crucial information. Also, you don't have to go through so much trouble to hide your identity. What do you mean by that? Because your identity has already been exposed by this piece of evidence.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
That's
There we
it.
go.
The rising star of the grassland, Nabuki. You are the Mongolian star who's been popular on TV recently, right?
Gotcha, bitch.
Good, she's starting to falter. Now I need to press on. Oh, the sky's so blue, oh, the grass is so green. Huh? What's happening? Why are you suddenly singing? Although it sounds quite nice. The horse-riding man in my heart. Yes, she is the entertainment star Nabuki, it can't be wrong. With this information, combined with what I just learned from that person, it seems like things are gradually becoming clear. Mr. Nabuki, even if you try to use singing to confuse me, it won't work. Your identity can't be hidden. We need you to ask. We just need to ask this person.
That's it.
Cash McCon, the owner of the Foxtail Mine Park, has already told us everything. Don't joke around. It's true. Then tell me, what did he tell you? He said a celebrity's agent called him a couple of days ago, wanting to borrow the mine for a day. Mr. McCon didn't disclose the name of the celebrity to keep it confidential for you, but you happen to be here at this moment. This is no coincidence. So, should I call Mr. McCon over here to confront you? The mine owner is quite loyal, but he fell for your tricks. Alright, yes, I'm Nabuki. Satisfied? Phew, you finally admitted it. Admit to it. Miss Nabuki, this case is very important to me. Can you tell me everything you know? Tell you what, it's been reported on TV already. I'm releasing a new single praising the laborers. So today I came to the mine to see how the miners work for some inspiration. Do you really need to meddle in this? Although I don't understand showbiz matters, unfortunately, your explanation just doesn't hold up. What? Why? This piece of evidence shows that your claim of observing the miners' work for inspiration is untenable.
Yeah, because of the closing day. Yeah, because there will be no miners here to observe because it's a closing day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is.
That's it.
Cash McCon, the owner of this mine, has already explained to us. It's because you are coming to the mine today, he decided to set a temporary closure day of the mine. There isn't a single miner in the entire working section. How can you find any inspiration? Duh! The mine is closed today because of you. As the person involved, you must have known it long ago. What exactly are you here for? Please tell me now. Fine. I admit that what I said wasn't true. Phew. She finally calmed down a bit. So can you tell us why you're here? But please understand, there are some things I really don't want others to know. Is that so? But since you're only interested in the case, I'll try to tell you more related to it. So you're the famous singer and dancer, Nabuki? Yes, I am. Wow! I never expected to see a living celebrity. Living? Please ignore her. Let's get back to the point. Hey, what a rare opportunity for material. You step aside. Oh, you just shoved it. Don't just push me away like that. Miss Nabuki, I have a few questions for you. What, another interview? It's not an interview. Definitely not. These are all questions you've never heard before. Like, what are your thoughts on murder? Murder? That's the first time I've heard such a question. What aspect do you want me to talk about it? Like, if you had to kill someone, would you choose poisoning or using a knife? With your status, firearms must be easy to get, right? What? Also, I heard your Mongolian dance was originally used to heal patients? So, do you also know dances meant to curse others? What kind of questions are these? Well, Mongolian dances are not meant to curse people. Our dances are full of beauty and the vitality of freedom. And if I really had to murder someone, I would need to poison all weapons. Or use weapons. I just twist his neck with my bare hands. Oh, that's so cool! I have to write this down. Why do these two even match up? Alright, I answered your questions. Can I go now? No! What I wanted to ask has nothing to do with these! Plum, I'm begging you. Please stop making me trouble. Miss Nabuki, you just mentioned telling us things related to the case. So, what's your role in this case? None! Are you implying something? No, I'm not. I mean, how do you know about the details of the case? Honestly, I don't know anything at all. I was just in the working section when the incident happened. Ah! What? Why so surprised? Didn't you know I borrowed the mine today? I came early in the morning and have been here since then. So you stayed here because... I told you I don't want to talk about it. I can only assure you it has nothing to do with the case. I see. Thanks to the case, I've been interrogated by the police all morning. Bad luck. So when did you arrive here? I left home at 6:30 a.m. and I haven't looked at the time since then. It was roughly 7 a.m. when I came down. And then you've been staying here until now. Are you serious? When I feel hungry? Sorry. Anyway, I really know nothing about the case. You've asked the wrong person. Huh? There was a murder in the neighboring area. Didn't you hear anything at all? God, I'm so fed up with this. The police asked me the same question again and again. At that time, I was wearing headphones and listening to music. Even if the mine exploded, I wouldn't have heard a thing. Must you have the music so loud? Apart from the noise, are there any other clues? Did you see anyone acting suspiciously? Anyone suspicious? I'm sorry. Except for the victim, I didn't encounter anyone else. Oh, that's a pity. What? You encountered the victim? Why so surprised? That old man and I were in the same cage coming down. That's very valuable information. Please tell us in detail. First of all, did you know the victim? Of course not. Just as I thought. Can you tell us in detail how you met?
Okay. And given the very last didn't activate, okay, I guess she's not from Lemon Village. In secret.
Well, I arrived too early. The cage to the underground wasn't operational yet, so I stood at the entrance with my belongings. After a while, the old man came. The first shift of the cage starts at 7:30 a.m. It seems like all of this happened before that. The village chief arrived at the scene so early. What was he trying to do? What happened next? Did the old man ask you for an autograph or something? No. People of this age can't be my fans. Did you have any conversation? Was there anything particular about his clothing or demeanor? No. Was I supposed to scrutinize the appearance of a complete stranger? Fair enough. Later, the cage started, and we got on together. After reaching the underground area, we went in different directions. Different directions? Did he go straight to the abandoned area? I didn't pay attention. Do you usually observe the movements of strangers closely? No, I don't. That's it. Can I leave now? Is that all? Yes, that's all I know. You can investigate the rest on your own. If she's telling the truth. The village chief was alive when the first shift of the cage descended underground at 7:30 a.m. And he went to the crime scene alone, of his own free will. Phew, the cop held me up for a long time, and now here you are. I just want to settle down and focus on my own things. Why is it so hard? I'm really sorry. Anyway, we finished our questions. Thanks for your cooperation. That's not my intention. I told you only because I couldn't keep it hidden anymore. I wasn't being friendly, so don't thank me. She's so honest. We'll have a show to attend later. Bye for now. Unexpectedly, she's quite a straightforward person. The cool celebrity left, leaving Lune alone, squatting on the ground and drawing circles in embarrassment. Wow, what do you think of the sentence? Not good at all. I'm not squatting. Nabuki has been keeping the reason for her visit here a secret. We won't be able to find it out today. She kept emphasizing that she's unrelated to the case, but is that really the truth? Wow, we were too engrossed in talking to Mr. Nabuki that we haven't investigated this area yet. Yeah, although it's not the crime scene, we better take it seriously. Let's take a good look around right away. Alright. There are many scattered marks on the ground in the working section. Ah, they are footprints heading in different directions. Probably left by the miners, right? Ah, what's wrong with your eyes, Luna? What do you mean? All the footprints share the same shape. They're clearly left by the same person. Also, the shoes of this size can't belong to the miners. Men doing physical labor wouldn't wear such small shoes. How about a female miner? Alright, I heard myself. So, what's your opinion? These footprints belong to a rare type of shoes, not something common in daily life. But in terms of size, they match Nabuki's. Huh? So you're saying these footprints were left by Nabuki? Probably, but I'm not sure. What did she do here to leave such disoriented footprints? I know, she must have encountered a masked man and engaged in a life or death struggle. But there are only her footprints. Maybe the masked man had a target copter on his head and was floating in the air all along? You watch too many cartoons. Nabuki never mentioned the real purpose of a visit to the mine. What do these footprints really lead? Wow, Luna, come here. There's a light here. This seems to lead outside. The assassin in black silently landed in the moonlight and brought doom to the victim. How's this sentence? It's okay, but you should use it in an assassin novel. Looking up from here, we can see some light coming from the surface. It's at least 100 meters below the ground, so it's not easy to see what's up there. It's unlikely for anyone to climb down from here, no matter how many lives you have. Wow, look! There are many suspended chests. Are those where the miners store their clothes? Why would clothes be stored here? We've seen these kind of things on the surface. They are ore buckets used to transport minerals to the surface. Did you forget that? Ah, it's the train to hell, right? Yes, if you say so. We can't see anything clearly from here, so let's get closer. Let's investigate this place thoroughly. Okay, there's actually a lot more stuff here. What's this? I've seen it before. It's a telescopic platform. When it extends, it should directly reach the ore buckets, right? Yes. The distance from the ground to the buckets is nearly 5 meters. Impossible for miners to transport the minerals. Yeah, I guess they retracted the platform because they're not working today. During work, they can pull the platform and it will extend. Is that so? Why not give it a try? Okay. Yeah. You sound scary, you know? I quit. It's not working. It seems to be stuck inside. Does it really work like that? I seriously doubt it. There's a small hole in the ground here. What is it for? The depth of the hole is about 7 centimeters, and the soil inside is slightly damp. It seems to be made within 24 hours. Within 24 hours? Could it be this morning? It could also be the last night. Maybe an elderly man taking a stroll with a cane made it? That's unlikely. It requires tremendous power to make such a deep hole with a cane. Wow, so the elderly taking a stroll is actually a kung fu master. Can't you consider other possibilities besides the elderly man? Are the chains used to pull these buckets up? Seems so. It should be strong chains with a high load-bearing capacity. How about we cut off a section and take it back to make a swing? Let's assume you can cut it off. If you actually take it back, you could be sentenced to 3 to 5 years of imprisonment. I was just joking. Why are you suddenly acting so seriously? Huh? There's a section of chain here different from the rest.
Is it?
Yes, it looks like it's been recently wiped or something. What could it be? We can't get closer, so I can't tell either. Not only can't we get closer now, but even the police probably won't be able to investigate that area. Although we don't know what the trace leads, it's still something worth noting. Huh? There seems to be something shining inside a bucket. Really? Really? Why don't you go jump over there and take a closer look? Are you trying to kill me? I'm never good at jumping. The horizontal distance from the ground to the buckets is at least 5 meters. I don't think an ordinary person could jump over. Then why did you suggest it in the first place? Judging from the reflection of that fragment, it seems to be... a mirror? A mirror? Could it be where the miners touch up their makeup? I've never heard of a miner with makeup while mining. Why would there be fragments of a mirror in a bucket used for transporting minerals? Although we can't take it with us, taking a photo as evidence should be easy. So, this is what the ore buckets look like up close? Yeah, I've seen them on TV, but it's my first time seeing a real one. Once they start working, they can transport much more than cages. Since it can transport minerals, it should be able to withstand one or two people, right? Of course. So, do you want to give it a try? No way! Why? There's no need to fear. Have a little confidence in your weight. It's not about the weight at all.
Is that everything? Yeah, that is everything.
Wow, Luna, look at that! Is that the lever of the railway switches? Yes, you know what? I suddenly thought of a super interesting question. Huh? Tell me. Imagine there's a crazy villain who kidnaps 6 innocent civilians. He binds 5 of them to one track of the railway, and the last one to another. At this moment, the train is approaching the track where the 5 people are bound, and you happen to be a railway worker standing next to the lever. So will you pull down the lever to change the train's direction? It's the classic trolley problem, isn't it? And why call it interesting? It's cruel! Ignore that trifle. I know this problem has been discussed many times on the internet. Just tell me, Luna, what's your choice? Let me think.
Yeah, I think naturally it'll be to pull down the lever.
If I don't know any of the 6 people, perhaps it's more in line with the greater good to save more people, so pull it down? But the last person is very unfortunate, isn't he? If you do nothing, he could have been saved. But in the end he dies because you pulled the lever, and you have known that it would kill him. In that case, you've become a killer, right? Legally speaking, that action could be considered homicide. Even if you argue that it's an act of emergency defense, it's almost impossible to get an acquittal. Right, if you do nothing, the relatives of the 5 people will most likely only hate the villain. But if you pull the lever, then the relatives of the only victim may end up hating you. That makes sense. I made a choice seemingly more beneficial to society, but it leads to a messy outcome. So Plum, what about you? Would you leave those 5 people to be killed? I don't know. Sacrificing a few to save the majority is always controversial. For example, there are many patients dying due to the lack of timely organ transplantation every day. If sacrificing a few to save the majority is considered just, why not harvest organs from healthy individuals? Huh? Just think about it. A healthy person has so many organs, and taking them all at once can save so many people. That's a crime! What if the person whose organs are taken is a worthless thug, and the recipients are all elites who contribute to society? That's still a crime! So you see, consequentialism doesn't hold up. Sometimes procedural justice is more reliable. No one has the right to take the place of the law to enforce justice, even if it seems beneficial to society. You're getting so serious. It's not like you at all. Wow! There are a few moments every year when I get serious. Only a few in a year? But her thoughts are completely opposite to the values of Chief taught me. The substantive justice focusing on the interests of society, and the procedural justice stressing the legitimacy of the procedure. It's so confusing. Let's think about it when we actually encounter such a dilemma. For now, let's just focus on the investigation. Red flag, red flag! Alright, we're done with the working section. Let's go and check elsewhere. Elsewhere? Is there anywhere else to investigate? It seems nowhere? Unless you plan to jump into the big pit under the buckets. You can't do rows. You can do rows, I won't do jack. I'm afraid that's all the evidence we can gather from the mine. What should we do? We haven't found anything to prove Annie's innocence. Is that all we can do? Alright, since we're done here, let's go to the detention center and visit your assistant again. That's the only thing we can do.
December 22nd, 4:20 p.m. Foxtail Mine Park, entrance.
Back at the park entrance again. It's so nice to bask in the sunlight and enjoy the sight of flowers and trees.
Really? I think the dim and mysterious underground is more thrilling. Every step could be dangerous.
Have you encountered any danger?
Unfortunately, no, but I've been overflowing with inspiration today and collected a full basket of material. Huh? Why does Sweet Luna's become...
Oh, is this Luna's sister? Okay.
Why does Sweetie Luna's voice become so mature?
I didn't say anything.
Oh no, it is Sanford.
Oh well. Wow, Detective Sanford. What do you mean by wow? You don't want to see me? No. Right now, you're the person I most want to see. How's your investigation going? There are other matters at the bureau tonight, and we're about to assemble.
Oh god, I keep hitting the space on accident.
Wait a moment, please. I have something to say. Oh, hurry up. The information we obtained from today's investigation is not enough. I can't even outline a clear process of the crime. Fortunately, Detective Sanford is an acquaintance. Maybe I can gather some information by coaxing? Detective Sanford, get to the point. It's just that our investigation, you found nothing, hit a dead end, and now you want to extract some information from me? Totally right. Well, can you reveal some more information then? No way. I was planning to say that, but look at you two, poor things. Have you been through all the areas of the underground? Yes, and we found some clues, but the body has already been taken away by the police. I feel really uncertain about the trial tomorrow. Fine, here's a photo of the crime scene. Take it. Wow, can we? You should have asked the Bureau directly for the crucial evidence, and the officers at the scene lack the authority to provide it. But since I am the boss here, I don't mind giving you a copy. Thank you so much. Well, remember, I can only save the trouble of running errands. If you have any questions about the photo, I will answer them. Figure it out yourselves. The photo's enough. We're extremely grateful. Seeing the photo made me realize the village chief has really left us. It seems like he had several items on him. They must have been taken by the police. Detective Sanford already told us she won't answer any questions, so I have to analyze it on my own. From this photo, Plum's analysis of the bloodstains does make some sense. What kind of method did the killer use to create such an intact bloodstain when the village chief was stabbed? Fortunately, Detective Sanford is in charge of this case, otherwise I would be even more desperate. Ah, wait a minute. I just remembered something. Detective Sanford, you mentioned earlier that you were in the vicinity of the mine before receiving the report, right? Yes, any problem? So Detective Sanford came to the mine for something other than this case. Could there be something significant happening here that warrants the Deputy Director's presence? Detective Sanford, this should be just an ordinary murder case for the police, right? I remember you rarely handle these small cases. Sweetie, you're quite curious, aren't you? I'm just curious if there's something deeper going on in this case. Take it easy. The reason I came here has nothing to do with the case you're investigating. After all, this case occurred after I arrived, or else I wouldn't have been forced to take it on. Wow, so there's another major case here that requires your involvement? Huh, in many ways it can be considered a major case. Otherwise, I wouldn't have intervened personally. Wow, can you tell us about it? The media has been buzzing about it, so it doesn't matter to tell you. You must have heard the recent high-profile incident of an attack on the evidence room of the Criminal Investigation Bureau, right? Ah, the news report we saw on TV this morning. I have a vague impression, but I didn't pay much attention at the time. So we're now the center of a public controversy? Are we going to be on TV? No, I don't think so. Detective Sanford, how is the attack on the evidence room related to the mine park? That's a long story.
Oops, hit my mic.
Ah, is it the one written in the newspaper? Is it the one written in the newspaper? Explosion attack on the evidence room of the Criminal Investigation Bureau. Huh? Plum, where did you get that? I was planning to have a picnic in the park, so I grabbed a copy from your office this morning. Don't just casually take out these things just like that. Sorry about that. Detective Sanford, how is this case going? Well, attacking on police facilities is a serious crime, and the authorities never saw this coming at all. The security of the evidence room is very tight. Not only there are police officers on duty 24/7, but we also installed a large number of surveillance devices around. Huh? So did all these surveillance devices fail to capture the appearance of the criminal? Or were they all destroyed? Not all the cameras worked well, but the criminal managed to avoid the sight of every single camera. The criminal infiltrated the room like a ghost and used a specially made miniature bomb to blast through the wall. Wow, that's impressive. It sounds like a super spy. I never heard of such a thing. So, what are the losses from this attack? Since the wall was blasted, about 1/5 of all of the evidence suffered varying degrees of damage. The scene is quite difficult to clean up, and we still can't determine how much evidence the criminal took. Could the criminal have committed the crime to steal valuable evidence like jewels? No. Valuable smuggled goods and stolen items are handled with a separate process and are not stored in this room. So, the evidence room mostly contains items like weapons and fingerprints? Yes, even if they are sold to detective enthusiasts, they wouldn't be worth much. The motive of the criminal also puzzles us. Fortunately, we had a trick up our sleeves. A small trap. A trap? What is it?
It's a trap!
We installed a tracking device on one piece of evidence beforehand. A tracking device? Yes, I wasn't supposed to tell you that, but considering your history with the evidence, it doesn't matter to tell you a bit. After all, you are the one who gave me that manipulated evidence. Huh? Me? Yes, it's the bomb remote control in the case you handled last time. Huh? Is it the one found in the Robot Research Center? I remember that remote control. It's the control weapon for the next attack in Skyshield's plan, right? Could it be that the attack on the evidence room was also carried out by someone from Skyshield? We are not sure yet, but Skyshield did harbor several defected agents from different countries, and they are capable of such actions. Wow, so there are actually agents involved? It wouldn't be funny at all if they were planning to attack civilians. Yes, and Shortly after the attack, the police received a warning letter from Sky Shield. A warning letter? What's in it? Huh, your curiosity is really getting the better of you. Are you ready to face the more classified information? If I know too much, will I be in danger too? Look, this is it.
Oh shit.
I didn't even say I want to see it. Well, let me see the content. Dear Police, on Christmas Eve, we will plunge the entire city into the abyss. The grudges from 5 years ago will finally be settled. What? Calm down. You better pretend you have never seen it. Huh? Christmas Eve is just a few days away. What are they planning to do? If the remote control has really fallen into their hands, the missing bomb must also be in their possession. Plunge the entire city into the abyss. They are planning something terrible. And as for the grudges from 5 years ago, when I see those words, I have a very bad feeling. If it's really Sky Shield, it could escalate into a highly dangerous attack. So, ever since we received the warning letter, the Interpol has been closely monitoring their movements. This morning, the signal from the tracking device on the remote control suddenly appeared in this mine park. What? That's why I rushed here. You got it? Wait, my mind is a bit chaotic. What's even more chaotic is the police's plan. We were supposed to carry out a large-scale joint operation in this morning, but ever since the murder happened, the tracking signal suddenly disappeared. It's possible that the criminal found the tracking device and removed it, or they took the remote control out of the signal range. It's really giving me a headache. 2 incidents happening on the same day at the same location? It can't be a coincidence, right? Well, I can't easily conclude that. For now, all we can do is to speed up the investigation. I know you two are not police officers, but remember, if you notice anything strange, you must report it promptly. Understand? You should be aware that anything related to Sky Shield is no joke. Understood. I never expected this case to put Annie in danger, but also involve Sky Shield. If it were under normal circumstances, I would try to gather all the information about them. But this time, I can't spare any effort before saving Annie. Although there is the threat of the bomb, all I can do now is to trust Detective Sanford. It's getting late. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the visitation at the detention center. Ah, right. Detective Sanford, you know we're going to see Annie? I can guess. But are you planning to go there with such a gloomy face? Huh? Well, you're down because things are so bad. You still need more training, sweetie. But we've been running around all day and haven't found any evidence to prove Annie's innocence. So what? Are you going to give up? No, I won't give up, but... Detective Sanford, do you believe in Annie's innocence? You are well aware of the police's stance. I won't answer that question, sweetie. But you know Annie. Seems like you didn't quite get my point. I neither believe she's the culprit, nor do I believe she's innocent. As a detective, I can't let my emotions dictate my actions. I only do what I should and can do. Huh? So it means... It means even if the evidence seems overwhelming, I would encourage the prosecution to rush to conclusions until the last moment. I can't say I'll help you, but if there's any new evidence showing that girl might be innocent, no matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'll make sure it's brought before the court as soon as possible. Detective Sanford! Wow, your words are so cool, I have to write them all down. Alright, enough chit-chat. You better hurry to see your little assistant. If you don't run a few steps, you really won't make it in time. I understand. Give it your best. See you. Just like last time, Detective Sanford helped me a lot. I was supposed to be Annie's last support, but today I still have to rely on others. Phew. Enough. I need to pull myself together now. Luna, why are you daydreaming? Hurry up! I will give him my all to repay the kindness of those who have helped me. Alright, I'm coming. Let's hurry to the detention center.
December 22nd, 6:25 p.m. Detention Center.
luckily you're still here.
Sis Luna, Sis Plum, you're back.
Yes, the investigation has temporarily come to an end. The rest will depend on tomorrow's trial. Annie, it must be tough for you staying here.
Well, it's not tough for me at all. It's you who have been through all the hardships.
It's nothing. I'm willing to. Annie, after the whole day, do you remember anything?
No, I've been trying hard to recall, but my mind's still a mess. I'm really useless.
Don't blame yourself, it's not your fault. We obtained some evidence from the crime scene today. If we show them to you, would you remember anything?
I don't know, but I can give it a try.
Seems a bit cruel to stimulate her with the evidence from the case, but I have no other choice. Let's try showing you various items we have. Oh, okay. Annie, have you seen this before?
Is this a bucket?
Technically it's called the ore bucket, but it's okay to just call it a bucket.
I don't remember anything about that. Sorry.
It's okay, it's completely understandable. The crime scene is in an abandoned area of the mine floor, while the buckets are in the working section. Even if Annie hadn't lost her memory, she might not have seen it. Annie, can you take a look at this photo? Please prepare yourself before looking at it.
It's okay. The police officer has shown me this photo many times.
Ah, I see.
Grandpa, I thought he could live to 100 years old.
Ah, the village chief was such a kind person. Angels must have picked a good place for him in heaven.
But I don't want him to go to heaven. I wanted him to stay in the village.
Whoops, I can't think of anything to comfort her. I'm getting sad too. Since she has seen the photo many times, she would have mentioned if she remembered anything or something. Better put it away for now. Yeah, okay. Honey, have a look at this entertainment magazine.
Huh? Sis Luna, I remember you're not interested in the entertainment industry, right?
That's true, I often watch dramas, but I seldom read this kind of magazine.
I know, Sis Luna. You're not even good at solitaire. Entertainment industry is too complicated to you.
What does entertainment industry mean to you anyway? By the way, I'm pretty good at Minesweeper. Forget it. It obviously won't help with the case to show her something like this. Okay, nothing about that. The knife? Annie, about this knife, do you know anything about it?
Yes, I do.
Huh? You still remember it?
Yes, although I can't recall what happened exactly. I still have some impression of it. I once held it in my hand.
Let's take it step by step. First, is the knife yours, or was it the village chief's?
Neither. I had never seen a knife like this until today.
Then why did you hold it in your hand?
I don't remember. I only recall the feeling of holding it, but nothing else.
It would be even worse if she answers like that during police interrogation. If the knife doesn't belong to you or the victim, how did it end up in your hand? Could it be that there was a third person at the crime scene who gave it to you?
Is that possible?
Did you encounter anyone else at the mine this morning? Like these people?
I'm sorry, I really can't remember anymore.
Better stop pushing her. But Plum's direction is right. If you want to prove Annie's innocence, we must find a third person involved. Okay. Just double checking everything. Here's the chains. No? Okay. World times. Okay, I think that's everything? Yeah. Oh, I guess I haven't presented everything. Look, Annie, this is Verity Lance. Walter gave it to me.
Oh, I know. It can detect lies. I haven't had a chance to use it yet.
I wonder if it can trigger Annie's buried memories. Where are you two? No, nothing. Well, this device only reacts to deliberate concealment and lies. It's ineffective on Annie, which only indicates she really has amnesia. I don't need this device to know that. It's useless when it comes to crucial moments. I didn't get any useful information, but I didn't expect much either. The remaining battle can only be fought in the courtroom.
Sis Luna, there's one more thing.
Excuse me?
To cheer you on, I want to give you something. But when I was arrested, they confiscated all my personal belongings.
You don't have to do that.
This is the only thing I have left.
Huh? This is a poster from the Robot Research Center.
Yes, it's the first thing I found when I went to the crime scene with you. The police officers thought it irrelevant to the case, so they didn't take it. I borrowed a pen and wrote something on the back. It's a bit big, but consider it a good luck charm from me, Sis Luna.
Thank you. I'll treasure it. Gift from Annie. What does it say on the back? Keep it up. Okay. Is there anything else on the back? No. Okay. Even for now, Annie is still thinking about me. It's impossible to find another good girl like her in the world. With your blessings, I feel full of strength. Trust me. I'll handle tomorrow's trial.
Yes, I'm sure you'll make it. Time's up. I have to go now. See you in court tomorrow.
See you. After parting ways with Plum, I returned to the office under the night sky. Due to the urgency of the situation, I couldn't arrange a temporary assistant. Chief remained unreachable late into the night. He's probably caught up in something important. I sent him a message briefly describing the current situation, but I don't know when he'll see it. It seems I'll have to handle tomorrow's trial alone. I still feel a lingering unease. After all, I'm clueless about the evidence the prosecution has. It just occurred to me that I didn't even find out who the prosecutor is tomorrow. Whatever. The worst is encountering the dead-eyed guy with earphones again. As long as I hold my belief in saving Annie, I won't back down, even in front of them. Anyway, there's no room for negotiation in tomorrow's battle. I must win.
December 23rd, 9:14 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby. And that's where we'll end it here. And yep. And that'll be it for today. Farewell for now. And we will resume the trial in the next stream, probably. That, or I'll probably I'll continue my Sunny series. I continue playing Sunny 2 from the Legacy Collection.